Stars is without a doubt an entertaining show that showcases impressive bargaining skills to maximize profits. But hey, it ain't always a walk in the park. Sometimes they end up with losses that hit them harder than a sledgehammer. But on the flip side, there are those rare moments when they strike gold and make insane profits. Not just doubling or tripling their cash, but making a mind-blowing 10 times the dough. And these were the moments when Pawn Stars hit the damn lottery.
All right, peeps, just welcome our Queen of Antiques who casually strolls into a pawn shop. Ah, well, she's here to pawn her Ivory tusk. Now, isn't that a marvelous collectible? What a classic move, lady.
I'm here today at the pawn shop with my ivory tusk that is beautifully hand-carved. I would hope that I could get somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500 for it.
And what do you want to do with it?
I want to pawn it for 7 to 10 days.
Okay.
I need some money between now and 4 o'clock.
Folks, the world was on the edge of its seats for some ivory enthusiasts. But guess what? Our lady's luck got lightning struck in front of an ivory expert.
Unfortunately, it's not ivory.
What do you mean it's not ivory?
This is bone. It's pieced together bone, and it's made for the tourist trade. It only took like 2 seconds to tell this wasn't ivory. I've seen this hundreds of times before. They were in Asia, they went to a market, they were told they were ivory.
Whoa, that's a shocking twist. Turns out that the precious treasure was just a bone-made knockoff. However, as far as Our Lady's reaction goes, let's just say reality hits like a ton of bricks.
1,000 to 15.
I would loan you like $100 on this.
No.
Okay, that's what I could do.
Do a little bit better.
There's no way I could do better. It's not real, it's bone, okay?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, but I don't loan on pretty. All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Flintlock pistol. Got your eye on some quick cash, a prized possession, and your overall aura? Just don't vibe with Corey standards.
The oldest one I've ever bought. It's got a lot of history to it. I think it's a really good gun.
So why are you trying to get rid of it?
Well,
1995 Atlanta. Buckle up, baseball buffs, and grab your baseball bats to swing for this news. A dude whips out a 1995 Atlanta Braves World Series ring, all set to cash in at the pawn shop.
The first championship rings were given to the Giants in 1922 when they beat the Yankees. So it's no big surprise that these things can go for a lot of money. You know, there's a pretty big difference when it comes from staff to player rings. This belonged to Ted, and he issued it or gave it away. Can make it worth more.
Look at that, a real gem for sports collectors, huh? Must take a genius to part with this historical treasure. But don't worry, we've got professionals to hold the pawnbroker's hands through it.
Let's take a look at the ring here. We have a large diamond set on top of a blue stone, and we're gonna have 18 smaller diamonds surrounding it. The company Jostens, they made the rings for the 95 championship Braves. So on the inside, we should see the Jostens logo. Unfortunately, this isn't even a staff ring.
Now it makes me feel like it. He's an aspiring con artist trying to outwit the pawnbrokers. And guess what? That ring's a salesman's knockoff. Shady vibes, right?
With the original box and everything, you're looking at around $2,000.
I was really disappointed. They bring some off the street. I don't know where he came from. All of a sudden, he comes through the door and he's Mr. Expert on baseball. So I don't know. I was really disappointed.
So in walks this dude looking like he just stepped out of a heavy metal concert. Tattoos everywhere, face carved up like he had a disagreement with a razor blade. He's all like, hey, call me the devil. Seriously? Who does that? But hey, anyway, nice to meet you, Lucifer. Then he drops this bombshell. He's 2,500 years old. Seth's like, dude, you got me beat. Finally, someone older than my dad. But here's the kicker. He wants to swap his gold for some cash. Says money's the root of all evil. Yeah, buddy, you're really living the stereotype.
2,500 years old. Great. I finally got to meet somebody that's older than my dad.
So how can I help you today?
I want to get rid of this gold. Money's the root of all evil.
This guy might take the cake for the weirdest guy that has ever walked through the store.
How much you want? I could have gotten $650 for this stuff if I melted it down and sold it to my refinery. How about $500?
Can't do it.
It's $50 profit in this thing.
So they're haggling. Seth offers $650, he wants $610, and they're dancing around like it's a satanic tango. But alas, the devil doesn't always get what he wants. Cue the sad violin.
I guess we don't have a deal.
So there's Seth is trying to make a deal with the devil, and he's all like, I want cash for my gold, and Seth's thinking, sure buddy, let me just grab my holy water. But seriously, with the negotiation, Seth offers him $650, he wants $610, and they're doing the demonic dance of the dollars. But in the end, no dice. No deal with the Prince of Darkness today, folks. Sorry, Satan. Maybe next time, bring a better pitchfork.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Nana.
Nana.
I called up here and I got an estimate price, and they told me that I could get $400 for these.
You called up here and got an estimated price. Who'd you talk to?
Nicole?
Nicole. Over the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
But we don't see them over the phone. She is lying. Can I see your merchandise? You need to come in, you need to evaluate your earrings, we need to test them.
Ashley introduces herself in a bubbly tone. Now Nana barges in, claiming that she was promised $400 for her 3-carat diamond earrings. She accuses Nicole of lying about the offer. Ashley calmly explains they need to evaluate the earrings in person. Nana demands $400 but gets offered $185 instead, triggering her outrage.
Where Nikki at?
Nikki.
Nicole.
Well, which is it, Nicole or Nikki?
Listen, it's real diamonds. All I know is I need my $400.
All right.
So what you're saying is you're not gonna give me that $400, right?
No, I'm not. And you're not gonna come in here demanding money from me.
Nana insists on the $400, but Ashley stands her ground. Nana's frustration peaks and she frantically searches for Nikki, accusing everybody of disrespect. Chaos ensues as Nana's volume rises, demanding her mother money. Ashley remains composed, but Nana's confusion and persistence escalate the situation.
I am because that's what I called for. And they told me that they was gonna give me $400. Now where the is Nikki at? Where the is Nikki at? Nikki! What? No, Nikki! Where this bitch at?
She all of a sudden darted away from me, started screaming for Nikki. It was like a bat out of hell.
Where this bitch? I don't need nobody to escort me out this bitch. Oh, y'all.
Okay, have a good day.
And kiss my ass.
Keep walking. Bye. Nana.
You bitch. Oh, you mother.
Give me a headache.
Nana's outburst intensifies and she demands respect while causing a scene. Ashley calls for her removal, leading to a heated exchange. Nana storms out, hurling insults and leaving everybody exasperated. The encounter ends with Ashley lamenting Nana's departure, causing a headache in her wake, leaving the pawn shop in peace once again.
That's a manager.
That's me. How can I help you?
My wedding ring that's $5,000, you guys have it. I want it back.
Okay. Your ring.
Yes, he took it because we're having financial problems. I get why he did it. I just want to come in. No, I didn't make a police report. The hell am I going to make a police report for? I'm not going to call the cops on my husband. I'm coming to you to get my...
For the ticket?
Oh, my God. I want my ring. Can
Okay,
you
so
get
let
in
me...
the computer and look up the name, tell me how much I owe you, and give me my...
Nothing is scarier than a woman with a vendetta, and Ashley's best effort to handle this one with care absolutely fails.
All I want.
Okay, so let me explain to you how this works. First of all, I don't just look up somebody's name and give you their information.
I didn't ask you to give me the information. Give me my ring. You bring your butt out here and you assist me out. Please, bring it. That's all I want is my ring. Ew! Up yours. I want to see you walk outside. Come on. You're so big and bad. Yelling, screaming. Can't type anything to a computer. Oh, this bitch. I'm going to come back and get my... I promise I'm going to come...
The lady doesn't appreciate Counselor Ashley, and the exchange turns sour.
American Joy. Oh, hell no.
You should have
Well, somebody gonna pay for it, like I said.
I'm not paying for
Bitch, you might as well get off the phone because somebody about to pay for my... Hey, you...
The lady comes in armed with her TV and a vast vocabulary. The Golds might not like the latter, though.
When I came the door...
So how did she break her TV?
Because I told her to hold the door and I dropped it and it cracked. See? It's cracked.
Okay, so what do you want me to do about it?
I don't know. Is you the manager?
Yeah, so maybe
you the manager, but you ain't act.
I don't know what this lady was all about, but how dare you come in my store and make a huge scene?
Don't trust me.
What is you gonna do?
Bitch, you gonna say
Don't act stupid.
The ladies might come to blows, and Ashley steps in to keep that from happening.
You is the type that will get smacked.
Really?
Really.
Try it.
Y'all got me up.
You have
Go get
1
my
minute
TV. to get your out of her phone.
Oh, bitch. Ratchet ass.
Don't trip.
What's up, bitch, and fix your makeup.
Don't trip.
Bitches, you go. Whoa.
Hit yourself in the head.
Yeah, this what I would have did to you if you would have came close.
I did.
The woman does not like being evicted and transfers her anger to Ashley, but she isn't the first sassy customer the staff's gonna hit.
Kicking off with this episode, which is sure to give you quite a jolt.
Hey, how's it going?
The episode just starts with a casual conversation between Rick and an old man. But look what he's got. Yes, my friends, you just laid eyes on an 1884 Colt that was used in the Wyoming Range War, also known as the Johnson County War.
Goes with it.
There's nothing like a good book after a good shooting.
That's what I always say.
And not to forget the book that comes with it. I mean, you gotta keep the rare flock together. Rick, as usual, begins his quiz. Asked a whole lot of questions before investing his money into something that a normal person would have bought in a heartbeat.
So how exactly did you get the gun?
My father got this from the great-great-granddaughter of Fred Cope.
Are these many questions ever asked while I go to sell something antique? Maybe. How would I know? I've just gone to the shops to buy something, never to sell anything. But wait, it seems like he practiced it the whole night, answered all the questions like a pro. That man did better than the rest of us would do in our lives. Tough college times. Wait, what did my eyes just witness? Rick narrating the whole Wyoming Range War story.
Basically, large cattle barons feuding with really small cattle ranchers. The small guys were stealing cattle.
It felt like a whole history lesson to me. I must say, Rick does have some insane knowledge about antiques. The way he narrated the whole thing was nothing less than an informative history class. Not gonna lie. Moving further, we see Rick's intelligence as he checked all the details provided on the document just like a professional would.
It's got a 45 caliber. This is a 45 caliber. It's a 5.5-inch barrel. That's a 5.5-inch barrel.
With this line, when you throw on a personal story that actually ties a cowboy to a gun, that's the kind of thing collectors love. I can see he clearly knows how to hit the proper note.
But when you throw in a personal story that actually ties a cowboy to a gun, that's the kind of thing collectors love.
Without a second thought, the man quoted $55,000 for the gun. What do you think? Are Rick and the old man on the same page? Well, for you to know that, you have to continue watching.
I'd like $55,000.
$55,000?
And obviously, before getting such a huge amount out of his pocket, he wanted a second opinion on the matter, for which he called an expert.
Get someone down here, he'll tell me if it actually belonged to this guy.
To be honest, I really don't get it. How can one identify if it's original or fake by just looking at some words written on a piece of paper? Anyway, who am I to say anything?
What we have here, it's really hard to make that connection.
Some facts were served right there. Like clearly, who else if not Rick would know more than for how much something like that goes in his shop. And you know, Pawn Stars is all about who bargains best to make the most profit. So let's see who gets to cut the cake tonight. And just when he thought things couldn't get crazier, Rick dropped the price and set his bet to $1,500. And all that effort went to waste right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna be able to do that. I think maybe I'll see if I can maybe get some more provenance.
That was pretty obvious. No one would want to sell an antique for this measly amount of money. Definitely not a very profitable deal. And with that deal went flying Rick out of Rick's hands. But in this next episode, this person walks in with a really interesting gun. But how interesting? You're about to find out.
Yeah, it's like something James Bond would wear.
Yeah, right. You just saw that, huh? But that's not out of a James Bond movie. That thing is as real as it gets.
What can I help you with?
I'm here to sell my ring pistol today.
Well, you know how a gun never stays in the shop for long, be it whatever shape or size. But this thing is something I've never seen or even heard of before. Have you ever seen a pistol ring? Boy, you're looking at it right now. This is something definitely worthy of adding to the antique collection list. Come on, you have to agree with me. Everything about this pistol ring is antique, from loading it to the trigger to its hammer. This thing is a killer. Literally. You know what? If I ever went undercover on a mission, I would definitely carry this cute little devil. James Bond, we just found your vibe. And I know Rick would agree with me too. Yeah, that man seems very particular about the price he's going to ask for that dangerous ring.
I'm looking to get $9,000. I'll use it to buy some of the things I collect more often.
I personally would wear that ring everywhere. It's an all-in-one combo, kind of a hidden treasure who can double up like your personal bodyguard. It's unreal how cool this thing is. But hey, did Rick just contradict me?
Wear them just for fashion.
Damn, Rick has got a good sense of humor, not gonna lie. Seriously, getting hit by that mini pistol ring would definitely hurt your ego hard, man.
It's also seriously a gun. I mean, it would really hurt getting shot with this thing.
And oh, I kid you not when I say that the man clearly did his homework right. He literally asked for $9 grand in the blink of an eye. I mean, that piece truly is a showstopper. But that expensive? Damn.
A $9 grand. They're pretty rare.
So what happened is that the deal took an intense turn, and Rick, being the smartest in this show, had to prove it. So before finalizing the deal, he wanted a bit of expert advice. I mean, that's always better than regretting later, right? So let's see what the expert had to say about this antique pistol ring.
The European gunsmiths, they were making all kinds of little weird things. This is the Imperial Protector. Basically,
looks like this tiny mean machine has taken down quite a few people in the past. So it must cost a bomb. But let's hear it from the expert himself.
For $11,500.
Okay. Thanks, Tony. I really appreciate it.
Whoa, I never expected that. $11.5K? That's crazy. And just look at the size of that thing. That thing is golden for sure. But as you know, Rick plays by his own rules, and I'm curious to know what he has to offer.
I'll give you $3,000 for it.
No, can't do it.
Okay, so Rick is trying to settle the deal for $3 grand. But bro, that's like not even half the price the seller asked. Do you think the man will accept the offer? For someone who knew a great deal about the pistol ring, I don't think this man is gonna budge. But Rick wasn't ready to give up or give in as yet. So do you think they'd both settle on the same grounds? Who do you think is gonna win this round? Well, let me put your anxiety to rest, for here comes the moment you're waiting for.
As amazing as this thing is, I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
And just like that, Rick missed the chance and saw the extraordinary collector's pride walk right out of his door. But what happened in this next episode is even crazier.
Working with an instrument maker and got really, really interested with the harmonica.
You know how music instruments can be great collectibles. In which case, what do you think about an ancient instrument that has an emotional connection to it? Does it help double up the price? Well, I don't know about you, but I have never seen a shining gold M Hohner harmonica.
We've all played a harmonica once in our lives.
Right, we have.
And we thought we were good at it.
So for those of you who don't know who Matthias Hohner is, here's a quick history lesson for you. Hohner was a trained watchmaker born in Germany. And his company, Math Hohner AG, is the oldest and largest producer of harmonicas in the world. If you want to know more about this masterpiece, here's Rick for you. So apparently the watchmaker was so blown away by the piece that this is what happened.
So he saw the writing on the wall, but he was also working with an instrument maker and got really, really interested with the harmonica.
Rick's knowledge never fails to amaze me. There's no question that he is a master of his job, and his trade skills are even better. But is this going to be a jackpot or a lost cause? Before Rick states his price, he found a problem with the musical piece.
You get in the ballpark.
Okay, all right.
It's plastic, and it's not in the greatest shape.
I don't know, it's not too bad a shape.
The cardboard's coming off.
Oh no, that's going to majorly affect the price of this beautiful piece right here. So while the seller was holding on to a grand $500, what Rick pitched was unbelievable.
Here's $75 for it.
It cost
$75? Wow. I would feel humiliated if I was that harmonica right now. I mean, come on, man, it's not that bad. But what can I say? Rick knows better. And the seller wasn't ready to back up, and even had a genuine reason for it.
$1 to fill my truck up with gas right now. I can't take 75.
I find the man reasonable. The least you can do is compensate his gas. But as you know, there are no emotions involved in business. Rick's not taken aback by anything, and sticks with his price, but he failed to grab the deal. I think he wouldn't mind much though, because the harmonica was plastic, and it was also peeling off in some places. So sadly, the seller needed to go back home with the broken instrument, and he couldn't even make enough money for gas anyway.
Stolen telly. This lady's ex-boyfriend pawns her TV for some quick cash. With determination, she enters the pawn shop and confidently declares, "I'm here to rescue my kidnapped TV."
I need to get my stuff, my 2 TVs.
I need your ID or the tickets.
I don't have no ticket or no ID. My stuff was stolen and pawned from my boyfriend.
We need him or the tickets. Or...
What you need him for? He ain't even nowhere around.
Ah, the policy police strike again. No ticket, no claims allowed. And in a spectacular display of logic defiance, here's how she responded to the situation.
Listen! Don't land on my window!
Bitch! What? If I'm gonna have to get ratchet?
You don't pound on my window!
I don't know what the
you can't!
Yes, I can!
Oh boy, it seems like someone stirred the hornet's nest. But fear not, Ashley swiftly shut down those threats like a master conductor. Lesson learned, universe.
Okay.
Oh, please.
Bye. See ya.
No.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I am crazy, and I'll show you crazy.
No password. Oh boy, trying to pawn that laptop at the store but conveniently forgetting your password? Suspicious much? Brace yourself for some dose of skeptical boss lady.
You forgot the password.
Yeah.
How do you forget when's the last time you used this?
About a month ago.
You forgot your password?
Yeah.
Try again. She didn't know how to get into this computer. She didn't know the password. She didn't know the username.
Oh, so you didn't just find this laptop aimlessly wandering around in the wilderness and thought, hey, I should take this. I'm sure the lady was adamant that it's my laptop.
How much did you want to get on this today?
At least 165.
How's 125 for you?
No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I need at least 165. I mean, I can't do 125.
All right, I can do 150, and that's what I can do.
Okay, can you do 165 or not?
Blink of an eye, the laptop lady became wild and crazy. Her responses and shouts made everyone wonder if she was off her rocker.
I am a grown-ass woman.
You're not acting
Flat
like
out.
one.
Like I said, I am a grown-ass woman.
You're not acting like
I'm
one.
not gonna sit here and argue with you. Like I said, I can take my business somewhere else.
Goodbye.
You have a deal.
Well, online, these things go for $3,050 recognizable comic book heroes.
Silver Surfer. Oh, guess what? We've got a bona fide comic enthusiast here. Big surprise. Like, who isn't, right?
For 500.
Hey, genius. If you're after that dream price, maybe hit up a comic store. Selling your treasure trove at a pawn shop? Yeah, real brainiac move here, buddy. Custom-made electric chair. Folks, take a puff. We've witnessed all sorts of weirdness at the pawn shop, but this fella's cranked it up a notch. Check out his wild sell list.
So tell us a little bit about them.
We have Halloween retail stores. This is a custom-made electric chair. There's a whole show if you guys want to see it.
Sure, go ahead, show us.
Hell yeah!
I'm really into this kind of thing. This might be the new feature at my house on Halloween.
Oh, just what we all need. A bedside toy that screams Halloween 24/7. No biggie, except it's art, not like living in a slasher fic or anything.
So we're looking to get about $8,000. Brand new, they're just above $9,000.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Buy a used one that's 6 years old.
Well, the cool thing about this one is that they don't make them like this anymore.
You're
There's
right, they don't. The new ones are digital.
Well, guys, Mr. Ambitious over here is dead set on this mystery item. Heaven knows what his grand plan is, but Les has a style for a bargain.
Thank you very much for bringing
Thank
it
you.
in. We appreciate it.
Damn it. I'm a little disappointed that I gotta schlep it back home, but you know, with Michigan being, you know, like the #1 state for haunted houses and attractions and things like that.
She doesn't last long in the pawn shop, and she even broke the TV more for some random reason.
Look at her watch. Is that a ladybug?
It is.
Yeah, that looks kind of nice.
Full cut stones.
Give me a second. Okay.
Other pearl dial, like I said.
Man, same old, same old.
What's going on?
Excuse me? Don't you get paid by the hour? Trying to rush people?
I'm not trying to rush
You are trying to rush me. Get the watch back out. Don't try to play me.
Seth and this customer can't seem to get anywhere in this transaction because she's texting.
No, I'm not
You
laughing.
laughing? You laughing? What's funny? Are you mental?
Menthol?
Mental. Do you see this phone? Do you see me texting? I can slow down.
Yeah, please slow down.
I am texting at me like I'm crazy. That is crazy to you? I ain't crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a VIP. You better recognize.
Have a good day, man.
You have a good day. Who owns this place? I'm trying to buy a watch. Don't be pushing me up in a flop. Please. Pay attention. Because I ain't got time for this. You know what?
She got outside like a damn transformer. Wig flew off. She saw the Darn King starter kit. It was terrible. Don't forget about your wig.
Have a good day.
Leave me alone.
The woman gets worked up about her texting. This leaves Seth no choice but to send the woman off the premises.
All right, I'm gonna redeem this.
Okay, actually, this was pulled.
Pardon me?
It was due on the 2nd.
No, I'm here to pay it right now.
I know, your loan is only for 90 days. So
What are you talking about?
If it's out there, then we can work from there.
Look, seriously, come on, why don't you just give me the TV back so I can
Yeah.
leave, all right?
Yeah,
I'm getting a little aggravated.
I'm sorry you're getting...
I'm ready to, it's
You're ready to what?
Just get pissed off. All right, I'm not... Seriously, no.
Seriously.
Yeah, seriously, I want to just get it over with.
What are we going to get over with?
I want to get my TV.
What you can do is you can go buy a TV.
You know what, I'm getting...
You sound just like him.
I'll put a big-ass flyer in the street. I'll make up signs. Well, American jewelry alone sucks.
Looking like Nick Nolte after hanging out with Charlie Sheen for 3 nights. Go on somewhere, man.
The guy wants his TV back, but he's past due. And it's really hard for this delusional man. Doesn't end there, though. The woman tried to take a cone since she couldn't get the TV.
Yo, what the my one like this when I brought my boy in here? What's up with all these scratches and boy? Can you please get some Windex? You go get me some other Windex and some tissue and let's do this right. And wipe my laptop down. You better give me that mother Windex. They not doing that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe she was going off because her laptop had a couple of spots on it. She probably missed her breakfast.
Oh, my messed up, man. My didn't come in here like that, dog. You looking all retarded and stupid. You ain't gonna walk up on me.
Get out of the way.
You wanna
Delusional customer rains insults on Joe when he can't help her clean her laptop.
show you crazy. You don't realize who you messing with. You mother you. Oh, I'm not seeing you again. I'm gonna hit you with my truck. You clown. Look at this. All this dust and stuff. This is my sponges and I shouldn't even have to do that. You think I'm gonna do business here again? Hell no.
When I was standing out there and I kept telling you to move away, you're walking back at her? Why the are you doing that? Get away! When that happens, remove yourself, be professional. That's where he...
The crazy woman is shown out of the store and Les shows his disappointment to Joe.
Bone Rattler. Okay, people, the granddaddy of speed in the house. Ready to snatch up a drag racing car from the pawn shop? Who knew shuffleboard was just a warm-up?
This guy is an expert. He knows all about drag racers. So does Jeff. Jeff is my jeweler, but he's much more knowledgeable with engines than I am. The guy that sold it to me said it cost him $85,000 to put it together.
Probably clipping along at about 250 miles an hour. Fire this puppy up.
I don't know how to start it.
Gather around, youngsters. We got a drag racing sage here, boasting a mere 30 years under his belt. So the wisdom dump is here, as he schools the pawn shop owner.
You know how to start him?
Sure.
I knew you did. How long have you been racing dragsters?
For about 30 years.
Oh.
You ready for this?
I'm ready when you are.
All right, Mr. Been There, Done That. Let's see if your drag racing tales can seal this deal or take a nosedive. Now, coming straight to the negotiation.
20 grand.
7,500.
I don't think so. If you give me the money today, 15,000. I'll throw the skeletons in for free. We have a deal for 15,000?
I guess so.
Thank you very much.
Have a good
Enjoy
day.
your new car.
Mechanical Bull. Ah, the good old days of Wild West bull riding and rugged cowboys. Some dude missed the memo that it's not exactly the trendiest scene nowadays. Time to catch up, y'all.
Going for a ride in my parking lot, or what are we doing?
Let's have a little fun, girl.
We're trying to sell our mechanical bull.
Why do you have it?
A Western-themed restaurant bar before, and that was the theme. We put the bull into the bar.
Well, slap on those cowboy hats. We got ourselves a scene here. But seriously, who's taking bets on whether they can wrangle a decent price for that rodeo-style bull riding?
Let's say you were to buy these brand new. How much do they cost?
They cost around $15,000 to $20,000.
How much do you want?
$15,000.
So if I was to buy this brand new or buy this used from you, it's the same price.
Rental companies rent these out for $750 a day. There's a lot of revenue potential.
Ah! Man, sad to see these alpha men taking back their bull home. But folks, hold on to your hats. Maybe Ashley has something else in her mind.
3,000 right now.
45.
31.
39, you pack it up. That's my bottom dollar.
34.
I can't do it.
Sorry, good luck.
Dr. Death's van. Step right up, viewers. You've heard of Dr. Death, but today's highlight is the van that spotlights as the ride for assisted suicides. Because nothing says vacation like a one-way ticket, right?
This is a 1968 Volkswagen van owned by Dr. Death, Jack Kevorkian. By Dr. Death. This is the actual van that he did his first and several other assisted suicides in.
Jack Kevorkian was an iconic figure in the city of Detroit.
We're not aiming for a Valley of Chrome farewell tour this time. Mr. Big Bucks here wants a six-figure sum. Brace yourselves, because Les has his few concerns all queued up.
It is a piece of history.
I like buying weird.
You won't find another one.
The problem is, it doesn't make sense to spend six figures on something like this for me.
Well, you either love it or hate it.
But I love it. This is definitely a piece of Detroit.
A van oozing that delightful combo of creepiness and death vibes. So legit. However, why not throw in another expert opinion? Let's see how that went.
So 10,000 ain't gonna buy it.
No, I'm in the six-figure range.
20 grand?
No.
25 grand. 30 grand.
50 grand?
30.
One time. 50.
30 cash right now.
Bizarre bikini. Check out this granny of the century who strolls into the pawn shop with an elderly figure that has a lot to do with, I don't know. You have a look and maybe you decide.
Which is the doll?
I heard that. I'm undressing her.
What can I say? A really nasty looking woman, but a very cool item.
Yep, that's about accurate. You just saw a long-legged granny in a bikini. All the efforts are done in the name of art. However, our granny here invested in this model.
How much did you want for this thing?
I'd like to get $500 for it. This thing is art.
It's a very cool item, but not for that price. I mean, she's really cute. I mean, she's really fun to look at, but it's not going to be even close to 500 bucks.
Never mind, that was gonna be a deal breaker. Unless Les had some more quotes to add to the art piece, this stirs things up for the selling mix.
Here this woman was playing my game, and I was losing.
200.
190. I'll take her.
Will he stop?
Okay, schlep it home.
You know, I heard my dad saying it wasn't worth the extra $10. Bull.
She wants 200.
Latex vacuum bed. Look who's spicing up the pawn shop scene. This dynamic duo's got a latex vacuum fetish bed up for grabs. You know, just your average afternoon errand.
Latex vacuum bed.
A what?
A latex vacuum bed.
So you have sex with latex?
Pretty much.
It's like the autoerotic asphyxiation is what
Pretty
it is,
much,
correct?
yeah.
Bobby J surprisingly knew exactly what this thing was.
All right, I was wondering, who needs candlelit dinners when you can have vacuum-sealed intimacy? I'm not here to judge. However, here's a quick demonstration.
So normally when Felix has his hand over his mouth, normally what they like.
I actually used it.
Are you breathing? There we go.
Not gonna work. It's working.
Everyone's a critic when it comes to, what's the word? Innovative sleeping arrangements. Yeah, there we go. And we aren't sure if that ever went up for the big sale.
Used it.
So how could you not want to do this with him?
Because I don't want to suffocate.
It's not for everybody. I'm familiar with the bed. Very much so.
Just imagine having sex now. He don't have to hold you.
Perfect. Well, now we got that out of the way.
Just a normal fine day when this guy walks into the pawn shop to sell Les Paul's document collection, including an incredibly unique and world's one-of-a-kind Les Paul SG guitar that belonged to his Aunt Mary. And guess what? She wasn't just some guitar lover or a casual Les Paul fan. Les Paul is practically a legend in the music world. He's known for creating the Log, which was one of the earliest electric guitars, and he held patents for various innovations in pickups, amplifiers, and pretty much everything related to electric guitars. In the 1950s, Les Paul and Mary Ford topped the charts with over a dozen #1 hits and sold millions upon millions of records. No doubt the pawn shop literally hit the jackpot with this collection. You might be wondering why someone would sell such a rare item. Unfortunately, it's because Mary's nephew had some debts to pay off. So the seller is hoping to get $250,000 for this collection. The big question is it really worth that much? And is it still in good enough condition to fetch a high price? Let's find out. Rick Harrison calls for Drew, the expert from Authentic Autographs Unlimited. And can you believe it was his first time dropping that much dough on a guitar? Insane, right? But someone in the comments section went all out and said that those papers would fetch a whopping 190 grand if Joe Bonamassa got his hands on them. Another user totally agreed with him and even said that if this guitar showed up in the right magazine, some millionaire rock star would easily drop at least $200,000 for it. But here's the main part. Did the pawn shop actually make any profit? Hell yeah, they did! Once the show aired, they wasted no time and threw that bad boy up on eBay. And guess what? They scored a whopping $110,000 for it. They ended up making a cool $20,000 profit, guys. Now that's what I call a successful hustle. Next up, we have a customer who came in trying to sell a sword that was supposedly forged by the famous Yasutsugu family, known for making weapons for badass samurais back in the day. But here's the twist. The seller looked familiar to Corey. It turned out that he had been there before to sell a trophy. You'll be thinking what kind of trophy it must be. Maybe some ancient artifact or something, right? But nope, it was actually a Grammy Award. Yes, all in excitement, Rick bought it. But later he found out that it was not allowed to be sold. Oops, I can see a great loss there. Because of that now, they had to be extra careful before dealing with this sword. They weren't sure if it was a legit samurai sword or just some ninja knockoff. The seller is a lawyer and claimed he had received the sword as payment for his legal work. Pretty cool, huh? Some users are even cracking jokes about why the guy was so willing to sell such a masterpiece. One such comment was he must have been scared of his wife's anger, whose eyes are always fixated on that sword. And if she ever gets her hands on it, she's ready to knock him off. Talk about a dangerous situation. Another user said he got robbed? Well, we have to wait to see the actual plot. Taking the lawyer's word for it, Corey decided to take the risk, and then he went ahead with the purchase, even without having an expert to check its authenticity. I mean, let's be real, that was pretty foolish, right? I mean, who was going to check if the thing was actually legit or not? So they asked the seller how much he wanted for it, and he said $5,000. The buyers were skeptical about its condition and started throwing offers as low as $800. That's a crazy drop. But the seller fought back, saying every bit of that sword is worth the full $5,000.
If you're gonna hold my feet to the fire and make me pay as much as I can, it's gonna be $1,500. I'll come down to 2,000. I've got 5 of them right there.
The shop wasn't ready to pay that much without knowing more about it, so Corey went up to $1,200. He was trying to get the best deal he could, but the seller didn't budge. They went back and forth until finally the seller settled for Corey's offer of $1,500 just to get Rick off his back for that Grammy thing. After buying the sword, Corey was not at peace and was restlessly waiting for the expert who was out of town during the appraisal. Finally, he got to meet up with Mike Yamasaki, the expert, and Corey explained how he took a shot in the dark and bought the sword without knowing if it's actually worth the money. So, after taking a small glimpse at it, Mike recognized it as a samurai sword and told Corey the history of the sword. He stated that after World War II, around 3 million Japanese swords were taken out of Japan by the occupying forces. In those days, the Japanese warriors, also known as samurai, were skilled professional fighters, and the samurai sword was like their badge of honor. If you didn't have one, no way you could call yourself a samurai, man. Then Mike decided to inspect the sword and took a closer look at it.
This is the proper way to take apart a Japanese sword. They've been doing this style for centuries.
Well, after the inspection was done, the expert discovered that the sword belonged to a super important samurai with ties to Japan's imperial family, probably from the 5th generation. Now, here was the interesting part. The Yasutsugu family only worked for high-level samurai, and their signature mark, like a logo, was detailed on the handle. It's the family crest of the Tokugawa family, who ruled Japan for a couple of centuries. And if anyone tried using it without permission, they'd end up losing their heads, along with their whole damn family. Scary, right? Well, it seemed that the sword had some serious historical value. Now, the big question is, how much is it worth in today's time? After considering the condition, the expert estimated that it can be restored for around $3,000. But here's the exciting part. After the restoration and blade sharpening, Corey could potentially sell it for a whopping $15,000. That's a tenfold increase from what he paid for it initially. So there you have it. Corey took a risk, bought the sword without knowing its true value, and it turned out to be a jackpot. But that was indeed a risky game. But does it always turn out to be luck, or sometimes they just lose everything?
A customer walks in dead set on selling his jacket at a price he thinks is fair, rightfully deserves in mind.
I'm looking to get some money for it, man. I'd like to get, and I'm going to get, about 50 or 60 bucks. Can't walk out of here.
But things get wild as he brushes off small talk, just wanting the cash ASAP.
How long have you owned this jacket? What's it matter how long I've owned it? Just give me some money, man.
The employee tries to chat, but the customer's all about getting a good deal because of medical needs. Negotiations kick in, and the customer flat out rejects offers, aiming for 40, 50, or even 60 bucks.
Problem I need to deal with, man. All I want is some money. Give me 40 bucks, 50 bucks, man. At least 60.
Now, Les, who's usually quick with this stuff, finds himself in a twist. He throws 20 bucks on the table, making things even more tense. Normally, he'd have booted him out for being rude.
I'll buy it from you for 20.
20? Are you nuts, bro?
Security jumps in, forming a shield around Les, expecting trouble.
Not as nuts as me, though, brother. Give me
You
something
wouldn't
for it,
have a
man.
clue how nutty I can be. I'm a crazy mother.
But the customer's not backing down, claiming he's capable of unpredictable actions. Les holds his ground, hinting at the security measures, saying being reckless won't end well for the troublemaker. Imposing man.
Want to get hurt today? I wouldn't be too stupid if I was you.
Buddy, so what if I jump at you?
Oh, I don't want to do that, man. See that big gun, this mother?
As things calm down, Les gives props to the security team for keeping order. The customer, realizing the odds aren't in his favor, acknowledges the security team's lucky presence. Somewhat peaceful conclusion.
They're lucky they got you, man.
Yeah, because if we don't have him, then we got him. And if we don't have him, then we got him. And then we got 3 other mother behind you.
Ashley, a customer walks in, dead set on selling his watch.
Put his watch in here. It's worth $820.
How much you pay for it?
Maybe like.
No beating around the bush, he wants at least 400 bucks, claiming the watch is worth 820. Les, keeping it real, says he might pay around 7 bucks for it, but the customer, not having it, wants an F for the watch, meaning 400 bucks.
7.
Come on, tell me the truth. What'd you really pay?
Telling you the truth, man. Come on, give me 4. Give me 4 for this watch, man. Come on, man.
Asking for $400.
As things heat up, the customer starts yelling about having a baby on the way and struggling. Les congratulates him but sticks to his offer. The customer, frustrated, keeps pushing for 400 or even 450, raising his voice and venting about his living situation.
Carl, give me like 450 for this watch.
Why are you yelling at me?
I got a baby on the way, dog.
Congratulations.
I'm sick of living at the crib, man. Boy, give me 400 for this watch.
Then it takes a wild turn. The customer starts insulting Les, calling the place a hoe-ass place and breaking things. Security steps in, telling him to clean up his mess, but the customer's not backing down, hurling vulgarities and challenging Les.
Baby on the way, they gonna do this bullshit to me, dog.
You said it. I didn't say it.
Hey, give me some cash for this watch, man. 400?
No, I'm sorry.
This is a bullshit ass place, man. This whole ass.
Les decides he's had enough, goes around the counter, showing he won't take any disrespect. The customer, seemingly oblivious, keeps up the aggressive act.
Less and breaking things.
Tip dog, man. Y'all, man, it's some bullshit.
Excuse me. Hey, bitch, pick it up.
You call what? Hey, who the you calling a bitch?
Security tries to keep the peace, but the customer's attitude pushes Les to the edge. It's tense, like a battleground of words and emotions in the pawn shop.
He goes around the counter to take matters into his own hands.
Touch me, homie, dog. Touch me, dude. I'm out this bitch, man. Y'all, man, for real. Y'all, I'm out this bitch, dog.
Ashley's dealing with a customer who says his watch is messed up, but surprise, he doesn't have a receipt.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Not good. I got a little issue here.
What's your issue?
Bought this watch from you guys a couple days ago and it's not working.
The guy claims he dropped a bunch of cash but can't remember how much or show a receipt.
How'd you pay?
Cash?
Cash. How much did you spend?
I spent a lot of money on that thing, man.
Okay, number one, I'm not swearing at you out of respect.
Ashley, smelling something fishy, decides to play along and points out a problem with the watch. She's like, Rolex watches shouldn't have this issue. But here's the kicker. The guy throws a veiled threat, hinting at consequences if Ashley was a trained cop.
Do you wear contacts?
No.
You can see well, right?
I can see very well.
What does it say?
Now Ashley's not having it. She keeps her cool, uses her training, and delivers a swift response. A chokeslam. but she decided to play along with his games.
Come here, I'm gonna show you exactly where your Rolex is. And by the way, if you wear a tank top, I'd advise you work out some more. So come on.
The guy, realizing he underestimated the situation, backs off quickly. Message delivered. Threatening behavior won't fly in the store.
Really?
How about it? Get the off. Get the off.
A lot of people probably don't know. I'm trying.
The customer's still demanding what he thinks he paid for, but Ashley's chill. She hands back his cash, making it clear that being confrontational won't change the outcome.
I want what I paid for.
Here you go, cash.
I want what I paid for. Bitch.
A mom and daughter storm into the shop, all worked up about a stolen ring.
Ocean has Ashley's attention.
My daughter, and she stole my mama's ring. I need you to do whatever you gotta do,
But the twist is, they spill that they've got no receipt or ID. Ashley, one of the employees, catches wind of the drama and steps in. The mom's dead set on getting the ring back, but no proper paperwork is a roadblock.
How you gonna sit here and tell me? You told me you brought it here, right? Now what we gonna do?
There's nothing
What the
I can
hell
do.
we gonna do?
I have to have her ID or
I want my ring.
Ashley seems to.
Ashley tries to calm things down, saying, hey, lower your voices, we're in the store. She asks the daughter about any ticket or documentation, but there's none.
Lower our voice, you're in our store. You took your grandma's ring.
Yes.
Okay, so where's your ticket?
I don't have it.
Did you press charges against your daughter for being a thief?
I'm not pressing no charges against my daughter.
Then you can't get it back.
Then Ashley throws a curveball. She asks if the mom wants to press charges against her own daughter for stealing. The mom's torn but decides against it. Problem is, no charges mean no ring without the right papers.
Somebody else that can get my... I'm not gonna quiet down. I'm not walking away without my damn ring.
Both mother and.
The pawn shop sticks to its guns, and both mom and daughter have to leave empty-handed. On their way out, they make a fuss, blaming the shop for involving the police. The staff stays strong, saying it's not their fault, but the daughter's actions that landed them here.
You're telling me I gotta make a police report against my daughter.
You need to get out. See, it's your daughter, not us. It's your daughter.
Yeah, you want to
get out. Hey, get off him.
That's when I get your ass home.
In the American jewelry and loan store, strange customers are pretty common, an occurrence.
Can I please get my coat? Y'all got it out here on the display.
How are you today?
Now, here's a wild one. A bold lady insists she owns the monopoly on all things pink, demanding her coat back.
I need my coat. Everybody know in the hood I rock pink. I need my coat.
An employee trying to be polite asks for the pawn ticket, but she's not having it, totally convinced that the coat is hers. This lady refuses to listen.
Can I get my coat?
How long have you been going through to change your
Can
mind?
I get my coat? Now get my coat. Right there. Give me my...
Then she cranks it up a notch. She calls for security, demanding the store owner. Her coat demands echoed through the place, causing a scene. Byron jumps in like a pro. Despite her loud protests, he shows her the exit, keeping the peace in the store. The owner of the store.
Out of my store. I need my coat. Never come in this bitch.
There you go.
The whole pink coat saga becomes quite the spectacle. Byron managed to toss her out while she kept on screaming for the coat that clearly wasn't hers.
No,
Come in there, y'all got my up in there.
Bring me the...
I'm rock pink. I'm a pink bitch.
The day kicks off with a grumpy customer claiming his recently bought coat shredded while he was riding. Thing is, he's got no receipt to back up his story. Person.
Just bought this coat here about a week ago, riding down the road and the thing just shreds up. I want my money back.
Now, despite having a receipt, this guy thinks that's enough proof, ignoring the store rules. Karen, the staff on the case, stays cool and sticks to the policies. Free cash.
It's a little beat up to me.
Yeah, you're telling me. I'm not very happy.
Do you have your receipt?
No, isn't this receipt enough?
No, it's not. I need a...
The customer keeps pushing for a refund on a new coat, but Karen holds her ground, saying you need a legit receipt for any fix. Props to Karen for not letting opportunistic behavior slide. Now,
I want my money back, or I want another coat.
Can't help you unless you have a receipt.
All I want is another coat, or I want my damn...
As the talk goes on, it becomes clear. The customer's trying to pull a fast one, hoping to score another coat without proper verification. But Karen sees through it, keeping her cool and not giving in. Him? He got Karen.
How about I just take one?
Well, I don't really recommend you.
When the guy can't bend the rules his way, he gets all aggressive, hinting at causing a ruckus. Karen, though, stays calm and walks him out, stopping the situation from blowing up. That's how you handle tricky customers. Shredded to you?
I'll take this whole damn wreck. Hold on, my man. I'll take this whole wreck.
Barbara and her nephew Leon hit up Seth at the American Jewelry and Loan Store, all tangled up in a TV remote drama.
Barbara.
Nice to meet you.
And this is my nephew, Leon.
Hey, Leon, nice to meet you.
We buy the TV, but he got home and...
So Leon bought a TV from the pawn shop 3 months back, but guess what? No remote. Turns out he pawned it without the original clicker, and now they want a replacement.
He pawned about 3 months ago.
Yeah, so we're up here now, and all he wants is a remote for his TV.
That's the barcode for the TV.
Oh, you took the barcode off the TV. No. If it didn't come with it.
But Seth can't find the remote. He suggests checking the stock, but they're not having it. Frustration kicks in, and Barbara and Leon decide to make a scene, claiming the TV had a remote when pawned. Despite Seth's confusion, Barbara insists her nephew deserves a remote.
When I rebought my TV, they didn't have a remote control. And I know I pawned the TV in with the remote control.
Right.
So why I don't have it now?
He pawned the TV, it was a remote to it.
You wanna buy one?
So you give my nephew his remote, right?
Facing potential chaos, Seth, keeping cool, decides it's time for Barbara and Leon to exit. Security steps in, escorting them out, putting an end to the chaos. Seth throws in a little note about the abundance of remotes in the store and wishes them a nice day. No doubt Seth has tolerance.
You got one back there somewhere.
I got lots of them.
It's back there somewhere.
No. Back there.
So go back there.
Have a nice day.
You're remote thing!
Karen's at the store and things get crazy. A lady seems all chill, talking about watches.
Your eye that you want me to pull out?
I was kind of looking at some of these watches.
Did you see her? But hold up, she suddenly accuses another customer of swiping her invisible phone. Yeah, you heard it right, invisible. Karen, cool as a cucumber, questions the crazy claim. Giver is Byron Services.
Where the hell is my phone?
Something wrong?
Yeah, my phone. I just let my... Did you take my phone? Take your phone.
Turns out no phone was missing. Karen, with a bit of sarcasm, asks if someone took her invisible phone. Drama alert. The innocent customer is just baffled. For Karen.
Get the manager. You
Calm down.
Ma'am, there was no phone.
I left my phone there.
The lady, frustrated that her trick failed, goes off. Karen unknowingly adds fuel, mentioning the end of the lady's gangster years. Boom. Emotional explosion. Knowledge of.
Yo, better get this lady, because I ain't got nothing. Yo, please, crazy.
Trying to chill things out, Karen tells the lady to calm down. The store, once quiet, turns into chaos. Karen's dealing with it, but man, unpredictable customers make it a wild ride. Proves a little too much.
Your gangster years is over with, baby. Calm down. You ain't gonna need that cane. Go ahead.
Karen's handling of the situation. Oof.
Man, put the cane down. Chill out. Gangster, calm down. Would you calm down?
You ain't that bad.
Calm down. I am.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it. Trying to sell it for maybe like once. The certificate and everything is in there. And the bag costs actually way more than that.
Well, if you can tell, it's actually stained.
Okay.
All through here.
I'm trying to sell it for $150 or get a loan for $75 instead of the $50.
Dealer Ashley is in the middle of a purse negotiation. Now she's trying to bargain her way through it, but it seems like she's hitting some roadblocks. The bag might be worth more, but it's stained. Now the dealer's not budging, despite the customer's attempts to reason. It's like watching a standoff at the OK Corral, but with handbags instead of firearms.
It costs way more than this.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses.
Can I get somebody
else? Pepperoni-looking ass. Pepperoni ass? I don't even know what that means. Did she take a look at her own ass?
Can I get somebody else?
Now, things are getting pretty spicy. The customer isn't backing down, throwing out some colorful language and asking to talk to somebody else, maybe hoping for a more favorable deal. Now Ashley's standing firm, not letting the pepperoni insults get to her. It's a battle of wills over a bag, and nobody's giving an inch. Can't blame a girl for trying, though.
Somebody else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You disrespectful.
I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch. Can I talk to the owner?
I'm the owner.
You're not the owner. The owner is the other man. You must have. How you get here? You your way to the top.
The tension's palpable, and the customer wants to escalate things, demanding to speak to the owner. All surprise twist, Ashley is the boss lady. So, will the customer stick to her guns, or will she fold like a deck of cards?
I was just here last week, and I seen this horse that y'all had, and I really want it. I didn't have the money last week.
For sure. You saw it? Where is it?
It's right over here.
Sure. When are you due?
Well, I'm due next month.
Oh, is it your first?
Yes, it is, my first.
Congratulations.
This is it right here.
Ashley encounters a customer who expresses interest in a horse that she saw last week but couldn't afford. The customer, claiming to be pregnant and financially strained, negotiates a deal.
Well, I was quoted $20 for it.
You were quoted $20.
See, all I have is $10. I'm a single mother. My husband just left me.
Really?
Yes.
Do you work?
I try to look for a job and stuff, but it's just hard right now. And this is something that I want to get for my baby. This would mean so much to me.
You give me $5, and then my gift to you is the remaining $15.
That'll be great. That'll be really great.
The customer reveals she was quoted $20, but could only afford $10. Now she shares personal struggles as a single mom. They agree on a $5 down payment, with the rest to be paid later.
Okay.
This means so much to me.
So let's take it out to her car right now. And seriously, after you have your baby, come back here. I'll have you fill out a job application.
I sure will.
Okay? Okay, so this is your car?
Yes.
Do you want me to open it for you?
I'll open it.
Excuse me! You trying to scam me? Excuse me! Excuse me! Unbelievable. I even offered her a job after she had the baby.
I think she just had the baby.
As Ashley assists the customer to her car, the customer accuses her of scamming Ashley, bewildered by the accusation, and even offered her a job. The situation ends with some confusion and disbelief.
Hi, how are you?
Looking for a watch, a nice watch. Know what I'm playing?
Sure. Which one?
That one right there.
This one?
Yes, ma'am. Hey.
For sure.
Wow, look at this watch. Like this right here. How much is this watch right here? $75 watch.
Do you want to spend more
Give
or
me
less?
like a watch like 500 or something.
Yeah.
A Bugatti.
Ashley kicks off with a casual, "Hi, how are you?" diving into the deep philosophical quest for a nice no. She presents an item with the enthusiasm of a game show host, throwing in a touch of suspense. What, like this right here? Now this is, how about this right here? $75, no more. Ashley's unique charm shines through as she tries to make a deal.
Let me see this one right here. This one right here. That's platinum. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, now this is real. I want to buy it.
Perfect.
$5.99.
$5.99 plus tax?
I got you.
Perfect.
Okay.
With a bit of a theatrical touch, Ashley takes us through her thought process, pondering the value of an item priced at $599. She playfully negotiates, exclaiming, $5.99? Yeah, I got you. But with a comedic twist, she emphasizes the urgency, claiming she's about to go deaf if the deal isn't sealed.
Okay, this is $599 plus tax.
Hold on, wait a minute. This is worth, look at it. 2 and add 3 more zeros with it. 2,000, baby. Come on. Okay, and it's worth $2,000. It's rare to find a $2 bill that got red in it. Now tell me they ain't worth $2,000.
I'm about to go deaf.
With a blend of sarcasm and determination, Ashley confronts a potential buyer, confidently declaring, "I've got a pile of money, so this. I get some change back." The escalating drama continues as she reveals the tax and challenges the customer to come out and make a deal. The conversation takes an unexpected turn, hinting at the item being worth more than a round neck.
This is worth more than that around your neck. You understand me? You little chunky, draws-looking person.
Okay.
You want to ball my $2 bill up? You know what? I'm a Big Mouth is hungry.
You're hilarious.
Real funny, man. Y'all be killing me. I pawn you. Matter of fact, that $2 bill, you could out-pawn this whole stuff. With that
In a grand finale, the dealer passionately argues the item's value, escalating it to a humorous threat of going deaf. Now the playful banter reaches its peak with creative insults like chunk and band try. The situation makes us wondering if this is a sales pitch or a comedy routine. Continue not to go smoothly for Ashley as she faces the wrath of an impatient customer. Despite her attempts to redirect, the customer insists on bypassing the line, Now, Ashley, cornered by absurdity, attempts to salvage the situation with humor and fails miserably. Seth devises an expert method for appraising precious stones. Bob saves Les a lot of money with his knowledge of walrus reproductive parts, and Seth provides expert advice that saves a deal on an elephant part. These are the times experts saved Les gold from losing everything.
Hey, Les, come here for a sec. So people are coming in, pawning their stuff that they know is fake. They're not coming back for it, and we're stuck with it.
Are you kidding?
Test this piece out.
We test a lot of gold. We always use nitric acid.
So I'm gonna do some homework. I mean, this is...
No, this is sickening. We're losing a lot of money.
Seth makes a shocking discovery on how the pawn shop is losing money. Les doesn't like it either. Both father and son know that if this keeps up, they could be out of business.
What's the deal?
You know how I hate getting beat. You don't know if the girls are marking down 10 karat or 14 karat what the true assay is?
Of course not. Okay.
And I'll tell you exactly the purity of gold. It'll tell you silver content and platinum content. We're getting past the old school way and we're gonna make this new school.
It ain't never gonna happen.
We'll see about that.
Show me.
I will.
Okay.
Seth has done his homework and concludes that the pawn shop system needs to change. But is it worth the cost? Les certainly doesn't think so.
Nice to meet you. Here, come on back. Okay. I have a meeting this morning with the guy who sells the x-ray machine that tests gold. Hopefully he'll let me borrow it for a week. It doesn't make sense. It's time to move on. So talk to me about the cost of the analyzer.
Right now, go back to your old acid test. You got a deal.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now just hook it up and show my girls what the hell to do.
The expert recommends a machine that could change the game. Les is still not convinced, but the old man is willing to give Seth the benefit of the doubt.
Hi.
I'm Renee.
Hi, Renee. I'm Rich. How are you? So he got this in World War II
it's
off of, because these are
right in this area here.
World War II Japanese sword is worth a ton of money.
This sword could be worth a fortune, but Rick isn't sure. He knows he's gonna need some expert advice.
Put it on that metal analyzer, and it'll tell you it's got stainless steel.
Ooh, want to try?
Let's go. Japanese swords are made out of steel. If this metal tester tells me something else, it's not authentic.
It'll help you. I'm happy to do it. Come on up here. We'll get your information.
This metal tester easily saved us a few $100s. Seth might be onto something.
Well, thank you.
You have a good day, hon.
You too.
And the machine works. Even Les sounds impressed with the speed and accuracy of the expensive device.
So was I right?
You know, sometimes I have to admit, you made the right call.
Okay.
Good work. Good work. Keep it up.
Les doesn't mind losing a bet to his kids, especially if it earns him more money.
I'm here to sell my collectible Amazing Fancies issue, and it's 24 karat gold and sterling silver, and it's Stan Lee's autograph as well. This is all original casing and stuff. There's only been like one or two that's been sold since like 2003.
So I don't want it, because it doesn't match anything I have at our apartment.
Can we talk about this woman, though, for a minute? Why would you be in this relationship? I don't want to take this from this guy.
Enough.
A guy brings in a really interesting piece to the store at the behest of his controlling girlfriend. Ashley only wants to focus on business, but Bobby J is quite bothered about the customer's relationship.
Unfortunately, it's not 24 karat gold.
Oh, it's not?
It's plated, which decreases the value a lot.
Let me ask you this. What else have you had to get rid of?
Nothing else. The only reason...
The kid's miserable. He's scared to death to say anything. We should have helped him. You can't have this. You can't do that. Would you ever do that to somebody?
Can you just go over there and finish what you were doing before?
I can have an opinion about something.
You can, and enough's enough. Thank you.
The gold gun that Les bought from the expert comes in and saves the pawn shop more money. However, Bobby J's only concerned about saving the customer from his girlfriend.
Hi,
Scott.
How you doing
So
today?
tell us a little bit about your...
1958 Perilla Greyhound.
Most scooters use stamped wheels, where these are spoked wheels, kind of blends between a motorcycle and a scooter. The rarity of the bike, there's only known to be about a dozen in the country.
Of this particular brand?
This model.
So realistic.
Best deal.
Tell me what you can do.
Give me 1 minute.
The customer walks in to sell a vintage motorcycle. The motorcycle is nice enough to catch Les's interest, but the price makes Les second guess.
A 58 Perilla motor scooter.
This is it.
Holy that's him.
So, let's be honest. How much were you asking for it online?
I was started out at 25.
And then what were we gonna do, raise it? This guy is trying to screw me. How can you get more if you have it online for $2,500?
I took it off because nobody wanted to buy it.
It's there.
Yeah, don't bull us.
No, it's not the bull.
Les and Ashley don't appreciate this customer's attempt to play a fast one on them.
I was ready to make a deal. But your dishonesty just pisses me off. Don't come in lying to me and telling me that you got it out there for $4,000 and you're selling it already for $2,500.
Next time you try to sell something, don't lie to somebody you're trying to sell it to.
Tell people the truth. It'll get you farther.
Yeah.
Don't come in bull me. Do you think we've become what we are today because I'm stupid? Good work.
Thanks to Les' expert, there's gonna be no deal between Les and the scooter owner.
I'm Crystal.
Crystal, very nice to meet you.
This is Ashley. How you doing, Ashley?
Hi, how are you?
So what you got?
I have these bag of stones that I found out of my grandmother's house. She just passed not too long ago.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to get enough money for her funeral to do what I have to do.
Let me have, you know what? My gem expert is coming in this afternoon to look at a few pieces. You know what? If you want to leave these with us, I'll have him take a look.
What the hell is my dad doing? He's getting his lady's hopes up for nothing.
I'm going to show it to Bob. He'll make the final call.
It's a waste of
You'll
time,
see,
Dad.
you'll see.
Les believes that the stones might be profitable. However, Ashley thinks it's a waste of time and that it gives the seller false hope. Who do you think is right?
Earlier in the day, a woman brings in a bag of gems. And to us, they look just like crystals. But I have a gem expert, Bob. I'm going to have Bob check them out. So this woman with these stones is coming back. Okay. Do me a favor.
These are nothing.
We never get hits like this.
What do you appraise that at? Guys, your ship.
We're gonna change this woman's life.
She's gonna flip.
Yeah.
Les is confident that Jim, his expert gemologist, will give him positive news. This time, Les's instincts are right on the money.
You're gonna change her life. This could change her life right here. Okay, here we go.
Oh my God. So, you're in hard times right now, right? I don't even know how to break this news.
$10,000.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
My God, guess what? They just gave me $10,000 for grandma jewels. Yes, I'm so serious. I'm glad I came up here today.
The woman gets more than she expected, but if Les gave her $10,000, just imagine how much he would make for the precious gem.
These are walrus peni.
Walrus.
Penises.
Why?
I'm pretty sure I'm right in line with what you can find on the internet. $600 each for those, and $600 for them. There is no way I would take less than $500 for those a piece.
Correct.
Just wouldn't do it.
Let me just go look.
Two customers come in with some of the weirdest items you'll ever see on the show. Les has to take a second to understand what he's dealing with.
Yeah, you're 100% right. How the hell did you know about that? Holy Bob. He's really proficient in anything that's hard. Yeah, I mean, this is it. My guy knows about these things.
Right. Make us an offer.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in.
Bob is an expert on all sorts of things, including the reproductive parts of a male walrus, for some reason. The expert really saved Les a lot of money with his odd knowledge.
Skull of an elephant.
Really?
It's very unusual.
It's very unusual. How did you get it?
My best friend had it, passed away, and I inherited this one. It's where the tusks were.
I understand that. It came from Africa?
Yeah, right.
Well, I
So-
can promise you nobody's ever brought in an elephant skull, ever. That I can
Little
tell you.
unique.
How about 500?
Nope. 500, I'll take it back. Throw it in my family room, even though my wife don't want it there. How about 12?
How about 5,000?
That's as low as I'm gonna go.
It's definitely elephant season for Les, but will he be inclined to own this piece of an African elephant?
Let me talk to my elephant expert.
Africans are more expensive than the Asian ones. Africans are. So you don't really want to lug it back home, do you?
No, I don't.
So 600, 700.
800. I believe he'll put it in his own personal collection. It'll have a decent home.
You are?
Thank you.
51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Les consults with his expert, and then he uses that advice to close down a good deal for the pawn shop. Robert Ashley, the deal expert, finds a customer with a car seat missing its base. Can Ashley make a deal, or will it turn into a funny situation? Ashley faces a funny moment. A customer wanted a chilla scarf, but it's really just a bunny. Get ready for a wild time. So in walks this dude looking like he just stepped out of a heavy metal concert. Tattoos everywhere, face carved up like he had a disagreement with a razor blade. He's all like, hey, call me the devil. Seriously? Who does that? But hey, anyway, nice to meet you, Lucifer. Then he drops this bombshell. He's 2,500 years old. Seth's like, dude, you got me beat. Finally, someone older than my dad. But here's the kicker. He wants to swap his gold for some cash. Says money's the root of all evil. Yeah, buddy, you're really living the stereotype.
2,500 years old. Great. I finally got to meet somebody that's older than my dad. So how can I help you today?
I want to get rid of this gold. Money's the root of all evil.
This guy might take the cake for the weirdest guy that has ever walked through the store.
How much you want? I could have gotten $650 for this stuff if I melted it down and sold it to my refinery. How about 500?
Can't do it.
It's $50 profit in this thing.
So they're haggling. Seth offers 650, he wants 610, and they're dancing around like it's a satanic tango. But alas, the devil doesn't always get what he wants. Cue the sad violin.
I guess we don't have a deal.
So there Seth is, trying to make a deal with the devil, and he's all like, I want cash for my gold, and Seth's thinking, sure buddy, let me just grab my holy water. But seriously, with the negotiation, Seth offers him 650, he wants 610, and they're doing the demonic dance of the dollars. But in the end, no dice. No deal with the Prince of Darkness today, folks. Sorry, Satan. Maybe next time, bring a better pitchfork.
Hi. Hi. I'm Ashley.
I'm Nana.
Nana.
I called up here and I got an estimated price, and they told me that I could get 400 for these.
You called up here and got an estimated price. Who'd you talk to?
Nicole?
Nicole. Over the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
But we don't see them over the phone. She is lying. Can I see your merchandise? You need to come in, you need to evaluate your earrings, we need to test them.
Ashley introduces herself in a bubbly tone. Now Nana barges in, claiming that she was promised $400 for her 3-carat diamond earrings. She accuses Nicole of lying about the offer. Ashley calmly explains they need to evaluate the earrings in person. Nana demands $400 but gets offered $185 instead, triggering her outrage.
Where Nikki at?
Nikki.
Nicole.
Well, which is it, Nicole or Nikki?
Listen, it's real diamonds. All I know is I need my 400.
All right.
So what you're saying is you're not gonna give me that $400, right?
No, I'm not, and you're not gonna come in here demanding money from me.
Nana insists on the $400, but Ashley stands her ground. Nana's frustration peaks and she frantically searches for Nikki, accusing everybody of disrespect. Chaos ensues as Nana's volume rises, demanding her mother money. Ashley remains composed, but Nana's confusion and persistence escalate the situation.
I am because that's what I called for. And they told me that they was gonna give me $400. Now where the is Nikki at? Where the is Nikki at? Nikki!
What?
No, Nikki! Where this bitch at?
She all of a sudden darted away from me, started screaming for Nikki. It was like a bat out of hell.
Where this bitch? I don't need nobody to escort me out this bitch. All y'all.
Okay, have a good day.
And kiss my ass.
Keep walking. Bye. Nah.
Nana.
You bitch. Oh, you mother.
Give me a headache.
Nana's outburst intensifies and she demands respect while causing a scene. Ashley calls for her removal, leading to a heated exchange. Nana storms out, hurling insults and leaving everybody exasperated. The encounter ends with Ashley lamenting Nana's departure, causing a headache in her wake, leaving the pawn shop in peace once again.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it. Trying to sell it for maybe like once. The certificate and everything is in there. And the bag costs actually way more than that.
Well, if you can tell, it's actually stained.
Okay.
All through here.
I'm trying to sell it for $150 or get a loan $75 instead of the $50.
Dealer Ashley is in the middle of a purse negotiation. Now she's trying to bargain her way through it, but it seems like she's hitting some roadblocks. The bag might be worth more, but it's stained. Now the dealer's not budging, despite the customer's attempts to reason. It's like watching a standoff at the OK Corral, but with handbags instead of firearms.
It costs way more than this.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses.
Can I get some?
My pepperoni-looking ass. Pepperoni ass? I don't even know what that means. Did she take a look at her own ass?
Can I get somebody else?
Now, things are getting pretty spicy. The customer isn't backing down, throwing out some colorful language and asking to talk to somebody else, maybe hoping for a more favorable deal. Now Ashley's standing firm, not letting the pepperoni insults get to her. It's a battle of wills over a bag, and nobody's giving an inch. Can't blame a girl for trying, though.
Somebody else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You disrespectful.
I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch. Can I talk to the owner?
I'm the owner.
You're not the owner. The owner is the other man. You must have. How you get here? You your way to the top.
The tension's palpable, and the customer wants to escalate things, demanding to speak to the owner. Well, surprise twist, Ashley is the boss lady. So, will the customer stick to her guns, or will she fold like a deck of cards?
I was just here last week, and I seen this horse that y'all had, and I really want it. I didn't have the money last week.
For sure. You saw it? Where is it?
It's right over here.
Sure. When do you do?
Well, I'm due next month.
Oh, is it your first?
Yes, it is, my first.
Congratulations.
This is it right here.
Ashley encounters a customer who expresses interest in a horse that she saw last week but couldn't afford. The customer, claiming to be pregnant and financially strained, negotiates a deal.
Well, I was quoted $20 for it.
You were quoted $20.
See, all I have is $10. I'm a single mother. My husband just left me.
Really?
Yes.
Do you work?
I try to look for a job and stuff, but it's just hard right now. And this is something that I want to get for my baby. This would mean so much to me.
You give me $5, and then my gift to you is the remaining $15.
That'll be great. That'll be really great.
The customer reveals she was quoted $20, but could only afford $10. Now she shares personal struggles as a single mom. They agree on a $5 down payment with the rest to be paid later.
Okay.
This means so much to me.
So let's take it out to her car right now. And seriously, after you have your baby, come back here. I'll have you fill out a job application.
I sure will.
Okay? Okay, so this is your car?
Yes.
Do you want me to open it for you?
I'll open it.
Excuse me! You trying to scam me? Excuse me! Excuse me! Unbelievable. I even offered her a job after she had the baby.
I think she just had the baby.
As Ashley assists the customer to her car, the customer accuses her of scamming Ashley, bewildered by the accusation, and even offered her a job. The situation ends with some confusion and disbelief.
Hi, how are you?
Looking for a watch, a nice watch. Know what I'm saying?
Sure. Which one?
That one right there.
This one?
Yes, ma'am. Hey.
For sure.
Wow, look at this watch. Like this right here. How much is this watch right here? $75 watch.
Do you want to spend more
Give me
or less?
like a watch like 500 or something.
Yeah.
A Bugatti.
Ashley kicks off with a casual, "Hi, how are you?" diving into the deep philosophical quest for a nice no. She presents an item with the enthusiasm of a game show host, throwing in a touch of suspense. What, like this right here? Now this is, how about this right here? $75, no more. Ashley's unique charm shines through as she tries to make a deal.
Let me see this one right here. This one right here. That's platinum. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, now this is real. I want to buy.
Perfect.
$5.99.
$5.99 plus tax.
I got you.
Perfect.
Okay.
With a bit of a theatrical touch, Ashley takes us through her thought process, pondering the value of an item priced at $599. She playfully negotiates, exclaiming, "$5.99? Yeah, I got you." But with a comedic twist, she emphasizes the urgency, claiming she's about to go deaf if the deal isn't sealed.
Okay, this is $599 plus tax.
Hold on, wait a minute. This is worth, look at it. 2 and add 3 more zeros with it. 2,000, baby. Come on. Okay. And it's worth $2,000. It's rare to find a $2 bill that got red in it. Now tell me they ain't worth $2,000.
I'm about to go deaf.
With a blend of sarcasm and determination, Ashley confronts a potential buyer, confidently declaring, "I've got a pile of money, so this. I get some change back." The escalating drama continues as she reveals the tax and challenges the customer to come out and make a deal. The conversation takes an unexpected turn, hinting at the item being worth more than a round neck.
This is worth more than that around your neck. You understand me? You little chunky, draws-looking person.
Okay.
Oh, you want to ball my $2 bill up? You know what? I'm a Big Mouth is hungry.
You're hilarious.
Real funny, man. Y'all be killing me. I'll pawn you. Matter of fact, that $2 bill, you could out-pawn this whole stuff. With that
In a grand finale, the dealer passionately argues the item's value, escalating it to a humorous threat of going deaf. Now the playful banter reaches its peak with creative insults like chunk and band dry. The situation makes us wondering if this is a sales pitch or a comedy routine. Continue not to go smoothly for Ashley as she faces the wrath of an impatient customer. Despite her attempts to redirect, the customer insists on bypassing the line. Now Ashley, cornered by absurdity, attempts to salvage the situation with humor and fails miserably.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
This like chinchilla to you?
How much did you spend? Do you remember that?
That was a lot of cash, a lot of money.
Okay. I didn't sell you this.
You sold
No.
me this.
Ashley faces a furious customer. The customer, seeking a chilla scarf, discovers that he's been bamboozled with the bunny instead of the luxurious chinchilla that he desired. Grip, it's not a handshake, it's a ton of cash.
Do you have your receipt?
I don't have a receipt. Man, you sold me this bull for real. I ain't leaving here until I get my damn money back. Bunny right there.
I wish this bunny would just...
See this? Look at it. It's flying through the...
As the drama unfolds, Ashley denies the accusation, stating the chilla is actually a bunny. Now the customer's girlfriend confirms the fluff faux pas, tossing the rabbit back. The receipt? It's apparently tucked in a peculiar location.
Look at that. Ain't nothing chinchilla about it. I want my money now.
It's time to go, sweetheart.
All right, you can take that home if you want to. But I want my money, that's all.
Have a good day.
That was nice on you.
Whatever, man.
Around your neck.
That's some old ass.
Amidst the chaos, the customer adamantly demands a refund while comparing the bunny to Bugs Bunny. Now Ashley remains unfazed, suggesting the bunny be taken home as a consolation prize. But the customer's not having any of it. This bunny's not hopping away from the dispute.
I'm not wearing that old ass.
That was a good shot right there. You play basketball?
I'm not wearing that old ass, man.
Have a good day.
You too. I want my money. Man, I spent good money up in this bitch.
Why you so violent, girl? Go on up out of here. Try to be nice to you.
Now you're gonna leave it?
You wear that.
In a final showdown, Tippers Flair and Ashley bids adieu to the irate customer, but not without some sass and a failed attempt to pawn off an old scarf. The customer exits empty-handed but full of fury, leaving Ashley to ponder the quirks of pawnshop life.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm looking to find this.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get some money so I can bail my man out.
How much you looking to get?
500.
500. How'd you come up with 500?
Because this is a new gig.
In this one, Ashley encounters a customer looking to pawn an item, claiming it's like an iPad. Now Ashley questions the uniqueness, and the customer insists that it's a new gig and demands $500 for it. Ashley is incredibly skeptical.
so I should get some. Yes. This is a pad.
This is an iPad?
It's something like an iPad.
I'm just curious, how? How would you use this as an iPad?
It's something like an iPod.
Ashley challenges the customer's understanding, questioning how the item could be similar to an iPad. The customer struggles to explain, resorting to sound effects.
You don't know about electronics, so I need somebody else, sweetie.
Second of all, you're not going to talk.
Where's the manager at? Where's the mother?
It's me. So if you want...
Who's over you?
The customer, frustrated, demands to see the manager. Ashley reveals that she is the manager, leading to a heated exchange. The customer insists on $500, using forceful language, but Ashley stands firm, refusing to tolerate demands.
Me? It's somebody that's over you, and you're going to give me $500.
No, not talking
yes,
to
you
me
are.
like that.
Yes, you are. I want $500.
So I'm going to ask you to leave.
No, I'm not going out my
You threaten me? You're out. You're not coming back. I don't care if it takes 10 people to escort you out.
Sweetie, I will be back with your fat Albert-looking ass bitch.
As tensions rise, the customer becomes more aggressive, threatening and claiming that they won't leave without the desired amount. Now, Ashley remains steadfast, emphasizing that they're not welcome back. The situation escalates, setting the stage for a dramatic exit.
Oh. How you guys doing?
Good. Got some equipment here.
Yeah.
We need some money. We're going to out west. We killed all the deer in Michigan, so we got to go out for bigger and better stuff.
In this thrilling episode, Les and Seth face two grizzled sellers with Santa beards armed with ancient computers. Claiming that they hunted all the deer in Michigan, they demand $900 to head out west. Les, skeptical and slightly amused, offers a resounding zero, much to their disbelief.
I thought that they were kidding. The last time I saw one of these computers was in the 80s. To be honest, if you, what I can offer you is around here, there's no way we're gonna be able to help this guy out.
The sellers persist, insisting on $800, but Les holds firm at zero, triggering their rage. Unfazed, Les declares their items as mere ancient artifacts. Now these guys storm out in disbelief, leaving Les to reflect on the Detroit rock scene, mentioning ZZ Top's enduring presence.
Have a good day.
So much.
You too.
You know, I couldn't. ZZ Top is still in Detroit.
And an unexpected twist, an irate man drops and breaks an item. Tempers flare and Les kicks him out, declaring, "Get your ass out of here." Now, their retort is drowned out by Les emphasizing that they're taking care of business. Detroit's toughness showcased in a humorous security job offer.
Care of business, baby.
I know that's
so
right.
if you need security job, you come and see us. People in Detroit are tough. She showed them.
You people.
Wrapping up the chaos, Les confidently asserts that was taking care of business, baby. Now he cheekily invites anyone needing security in Detroit to come their way. The scene ends with Les asserting Detroit's toughness, leaving us all entertained and maybe questioning our own security needs. The seller aims high at $150, but Les offers a mere $10. The seller demands to see the manager, mistaking another employee for one. He refuses Les's crackhead price offer, leading to escalating tension.
I can go $10.
$10.
$10, yeah.
The seller refuses to budge until he gets his $150. Threats fly and Les makes Seth, the dealer, greets a man approaching with an earring emergency because his little red Corvette broke down. Classic. Seth, in awe, asks who he is, but the man's response? A mystery. Well, I guess it's time to cue the Prince theme music.
No, you're just. No, it makes sense. Being a.
I am being a.
Yeah, well,
because you
know.
brought in a fake.
The truth hits hard like a guitar riff. It's an imitation earring. Seth throws some shade, calling it imitation Prince. The man's defense? Priceless. Seth's patience wanes as the man's excuses fall flat. Comedy? Pure gold.
Exactly.
Tolerate fake items, bids farewell with a sprinkle of Prince references. The man exits, but the drama's not over yet. Seth senses some mischief brewing. As the man leaves, Seth's parting words, a cheeky purple rain nod. Another day at the pawn shop, folks.
Now, if you can't help me, bitch, get someone else that can. Do I need to get loud?
What you do that for?
Your punk ass home, bitch! Watch your punk ass home!
You playing my man?
Hey, what that electronics at, man?
Let's see what you
I ran
got.
out of gas in the damn parking lot. It doesn't matter how much it costs, man. I just need $150.
30.
I want my 150, please. I would like-
35.
I really don't need nobody. It's just gonna be me. Let's go, bro.
Things get heated really quickly.
Hey, nah, this man, get off me. Think I'm playing with y'all?
They got a little bit
Man,
put.
y'all. I want y'all to help me out, man. Turn right.
I do.
In this lively scene, Ashley, a pawn shop dealer, encounters a customer seeking to pawn an item. With a comical twist, the customer explains her predicament, having lost all of her money at the casino and now seeking to pawn her car seat, albeit without its base. She hilariously demands assistance, unaware of the impossibility of the situation.
Too heavy to carry?
I need the base.
Ashley is unable to help her.
Have to have the base for it.
I know how a car seat goes. Can you
Properly?
get someone else? Where's the manager?
Me.
Do you have a supervisor?
Me. So I can't take it in pawn.
You Georgia Peach looking mother. Now, if you can't help me, bitch, get someone else that can.
This customer persistently pleads for help, emphasizing her dilemma. Now, despite her persistence, Ashley can't comply due to the missing base. The customer's escalating frustration leads to demands for a manager or supervisor, but to no avail. Tensions begin to rise as the customer insults Ashley, resulting in security intervention.
To have the base for it.
I know how a car seat goes. Can you
Properly?
get someone else? Where's the manager?
Me.
Do you have a supervisor?
Me. So I can't take it in pawn.
You Georgia Peach looking mother. Now, if you can't help me, bitch, get someone else that can. Need you to take my car seat. Give me my mother car seat. I'm not going nowhere. Let me go!
I don't know if she's supposed to be using the car seat or her child.
Byron the guard intervenes, forcibly removing the unruly customer from the premises. Despite her protests, security ensures her departure. We then conclude with the customer's futile attempt to reclaim her car seat, emphasizing the absurdity of her actions and highlighting the humor of the situation.
Ashley, Seth, and Karen to the office, please. Ashley, Seth, and Karen. So I got the results back from the secret shopper. Taking care of this customer. What is the first thing you see? 3 rings on the showcase.
That's not allowed.
Right. So one item out at a time. Now let's fast forward. Told somebody that you'd come back.
Like I said, I'd send somebody over.
But nobody ended up coming over.
Les, the silver-haired sultan of secondhand, calls his court jesters, Ashley and Seth, to the throne room. Apparently, he had a secret shopper, Ava, visit the pawn shop, and the results were not the best. Ashley and Seth exchange nervous glances, wondering if Les is going to unleash his legendary roar or just some good-natured pawn.
That you'd come back.
Like I said, I'd send somebody over.
But nobody ended up coming over. Now, how about this one? Wait till I show you this.
I yawn.
In front of a customer?
Maybe that happened one time out of like maybe the past 20 years that I've been here.
That particular day.
Les unleashes his claws. He throws Bobby under the bus for displaying 3 rings at once, a cardinal sin in Les land. Then he tears into Seth for taking too long to help a customer, accusing him of being slower than a pawnbroker on vacation. Ashley, sensing an opportunity, crosses her arms and silently whispers, "Uh-oh, somebody's feeling the heat."
Look at how Linda took care of this person.
This would run you $1,700 here.
That's the best way to go. Look at how he's showing the television set. In Steve's report. And let me show you who got a 98 out of 100. Karen. Look at the way that she's handling the customer.
I'm so happy I was able to help you tonight.
98.
Les shifts his focus, showcasing the shining examples of Linda and JP. Linda, the Diamond 9 diva, expertly appraises a watch, while JP, the tech titan, demonstrates a TV with the enthusiasm of a kid on Christmas morning. Ashley takes a mental note, scribbling "Be more Linda, less Seth" on her pawn-shaped notepad.
98. The most important thing that we have to offer is customer service.
You could learn something from me.
A rose near 2 thorns.
Les, I'm just doing my job.
I'm very proud of you.
Les reveals the ultimate scorecard. Karen, the customer service queen, scored a perfect 98. Ashley and Seth slump in their chairs, feeling like yesterday's jewelry. But Les throws Ashley a bone, calling her a rose between 2 thorns. A not-so-subtle dig at Seth. So Ashley puffs at her chest, basking in the rare praise, while Seth silently vows to outshine Karen next time.
Is there something you need help with?
No, I'm just browsing.
Okay, sounds good. Anything catches your eye that you want me to pull out?
I was kind of looking at some of these watches.
Okay. Something wrong?
Yeah, my phone. I just let my... Did you take my phone?
On the showcase.
In a pawn shop far, far away from common sense, a customer's quest for an invisible phone turns the store into a circus. Imagine a magician's act gone wrong. Now add grumpy customers and confused employees. It's a comedy of errors where the only thing missing is the phone that everybody's looking for.
Look, I ain't crazy. Damn it, I just laid my phone there. Yo, you better get off because I get the manager.
Another customer in the store. You have got to get out.
Y'all, please, listen.
As chaos reigns supreme, the invisible phone saga transforms into a slapstick showdown. Consider a scene from a stupid action film, but with canes instead of firearms, and insults flying quicker than a swarm of birds. It's like a sitcom on steroids, with each character competing for the title of most absurd performance.
I'm out of here, yo.
Their business outside.
Nobody don't got time for this. Yo, get this old ass. Hey, what's your problem?
Oh, my
for
God.
heaven's sake.
You ain't gonna need that cane. Go ahead and put the cane down. Chill out.
Thanks,
Calm down.
Yeah, all right.
Man, don't hurt nobody. And watch how you use that cane.
Shut the hell up.
You got grandkids?
Granddad.
Have a nice day.
Now, as the dust settles, the pawn shop resembles a battlefield of comedic proportions. With tempers cooled, the invisible phone remains the elusive star of this absurd show. And when the curtain falls on this hilarious display, only one thing is certain. Nobody's gonna leave with their sense of worth intact.
Hi, I'm trying to pawn this chain.
Yeah, we won't be able to take this.
Why you want me to take?
Why are you screaming?
Because I want my mother money. I'm a boss. That's what I do. Get my money.
You're gonna come and get it?
One way or another.
All right, well, I'll come and give it to you.
Yeah.
So this guy strolls in all confident, trying to pawn off some chain. He's like, I want $250 for this. But hold up, it's faker than a $3 bill. The drama unfolds as he demands his mother money and threatens to take it by force. Oh man, well, we got ourselves a boss in the making right here.
Where's it at?
Back up. Okay. First of all, that's not real.
What?
Do you want me to let you pawn your watch for $250?
Here comes round two. The guy's still clinging onto that delusion, insisting that it's real bling. However, they're not having any of it, threatening to remove him if he doesn't turn down the volume. But at least he's willing to compromise. Now, will he finally accept reality, or is he going to keep shouting his way to nowhere?
I'll take the $250.
Wow. Changing a tone now.
Yeah.
Want to follow me this way?
Thanks for helping me.
Oh, take a look at that. The guy finally got a soft spot and finally ready to see reason. $250? Yeah, sure. Talk about a change of tune. And with that, he's off to his next journey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. My girlfriend, she came up here and she got rid of my Xbox 360 and I came up here to get it back.
She got rid of your Xbox?
Yeah, we got into an argument and I woke up and it wasn't there. So I called her and I asked her where was it at and she told me it was up here. So I just came up here to get it back.
Okay, it's not just gonna give you your 360.
You just need to give me my stuff.
No, I don't need to do anything.
I don't have no ticket.
Okay, you done?
Y'all just need to hand me my because I'm gone.
You gonna what?
What y'all supposed to have some security guards or something? Y'all looking at me and
He can look at whoever he wants. He's our guard here. So.
Like I was saying, can I just have
No.
Can I just have
So here's this guy, right? He waltzes into the shop like he's lost his favorite pair of socks in the laundry. Turns out his girl threw out his Xbox 360. And he's all like, I need it back. And Ashley's there, cool as a cucumber, asking for a ticket. Ticket to what? The Xbox amusement park? Classic mix-up.
Another one?
Well, let me just look for one that I want to grab.
Okay, you go that way. I'll show you some. Wait
Hey,
right
what those
here,
360s there,
and
bro?
I'll sell you one for $200.
No, I can grab one for free.
Excuse me?
Now, the guy's on a mission, but Ashley's playing hardball. No ticket, no Xbox, she says. But our hero ain't having it. He's all like, just give me my stuff. Like, bro, do you even have a receipt? And then he tries some Jedi mind trick about grabbing one for free. Nice try, buddy, but this ain't a buy one, get one free sale.
Oh, I got the feeling that, yeah, he really into video games because he tried to warp out of here to like another world, you know what I'm saying? Get out of here.
Get the out. Now.
All right, now.
Don't ever step back.
You gonna make me move?
It pissed me off. I've never seen somebody run around my store like that. I've never seen somebody jump in a barrel. I've seen some crazy but never that.
Then it gets wild because the guy hops into a barrel and attempts to warp out of there. Now Ashley's telling security to get him out of there, and it's an entire circus. The guy finally bolts, and Ashley's left scratching her head wondering what the heck just happened. Never a dull moment in the pawn shop.
Hi, how are you?
Got a little bit of a problem.
Can't imagine why.
My kids were playing around last night, broke my teeth. Now I have no teeth.
They broke all your teeth?
I had dentures. So they
How'd
were
they
playing.
bring them?
They flushed them down the toilet.
And you want how much?
About $300.
$300. So I'm not gonna be able to give you $300.
Two?
No. See, the issue is it has to be a certain amount of weight.
A woman with a smile like a jack-o'-lantern enters, claiming that her mischievous children flushed her dentures down the porcelain plunge. Now she offers a promise ring as collateral, hoping for $300 to buy replacements. Ashley politely informs her that it's more like a $10 promise, triggering a meltdown worthy of a Shakespearean tragedy.
For me to pay you for the silver.
Right, I understand it ain't worth all that, so what can you give me?
$10 to buy it.
No, I need more than $10. See, I have no teeth.
Right,
I go
so
to work
I'm not
tomorrow.
paying you for your teeth.
Okay, well, what the can you do then?
The woman launches into a guilt trip that would make even Mother Teresa flinch. Now Ashley stands firm, offering a measly $10 just to get rid of the verbal hurricane. But oh no, our toothless typhoon isn't satisfied. She throws insults like confetti, calling Ashley names that would make a sailor blush.
Takes one to know one, doesn't it? Talk a lot of smart, bitch. I do, and so do you. Keep walking. Now what?
I'm here.
Now what?
I'm here.
Keep walking.
Bitch, my car's this way.
Lucky Ashley didn't knock the teeth out your mouth.
Ashley, pushed to her limit, unleashes her inner dragon. The woman, finally defeated, slinks away, muttering threats. Ashley, victorious but slightly singed, sighs. One down, a million more to go.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I like your nail polish colors.
Thank you.
What do we got here? A laptop?
Laptop.
You type in your password? What brings you in today?
I just want to pound it in so I can give my sister some money.
All right, I can do 150, and that's what I can do.
Okay, can you do 165 or not?
I can do 150.
Okay, I know what, I ain't got time.
Ashley greets the woman with nail polish flair. But oh boy, we got an issue. This is a laptop fiasco. Now she's trying to get cash for her sister's birthday bash, but the password's playing hide and seek. Now she's clueless, and Ashley's like, try again. But it's like asking a goldfish to play chess. Negotiations start to begin, or do they?
I ain't got time for this.
I'm here to help you.
Okay, well, you have a really, really bad attitude. It's like you don't like your job. If you don't like your job, you shouldn't work here, sweetheart. I'm sorry, you really shouldn't.
I haven't even talked. I said I could go 150.
The way you treat your customers is just so disrespectful.
I actually asked.
It's so disrespectful. Well, I'm sorry. I told you, I can't take 150.
You know what's disrespectful?
Learn how to talk. Learn how to talk. Learn how to talk.
Have a good day.
You were too silly.
So are you.
Don't touch my stuff. You were so silly.
If you want me to...
It's a bargain battle royale. Now the woman wants $165, but Ashley's all like, I'll give you $150, and it's a standoff. Then, boom, attitude explosion. The woman's throwing verbal haymakers like it's a boxing match. Ashley's like, hold up, honey, don't sass the cashier. But the woman's not backing down, even if it means storming out in a huff.
Want me to help you? Your worst mistake is to tell me off.
I could take my business somewhere else.
Are you a lady or are you a baby?
Excuse me, sweetheart.
About it.
I'm running the next store.
You think you're really gonna be able to handle that?
I did this one. I did all the heavy lifting with him.
You coming to the door like you gonna do something?
But, ma'am, you need to go.
You don't know me, bitch. You looking at me like you wanna do something? Do something.
We give folks of all kind, happy, sad.
Bye. Bye.
What more can we do, you know?
Walk away with a smile.
Talk about a grand finale, folks. The woman's on her way out, but not without some parting shots. Now she's throwing shade like it's confetti, calling everyone out like it's a reality TV showdown. But in the end, it's all smiles for Ashley and her crew as they bid adieu to the drama and welcome the next wacky adventure in the pawn shop saga. In the end, Robert storms out, swearing never to return like some kind of reality TV diva. Classic entertainment, folks. You couldn't make any of this up if you tried.
You looking at, mother? Get the off me. Hey, what the you look? I need my $20. $100.
No, Mom, calm down.
You won't believe how much this customer did when he couldn't take in the truth.
Get the out of here, man.
Get the out of here.
Why are you standing behind me?
It's a bright and sunny day at the pawn shop, but hold on to your hats because we're in for a wild ride. This cool and laid-back Albanian dude strolls in with a bunch of ancient comic books. When I say cool, I mean it. Like, look at this.
Les, Ganti, how you doing?
What's your name?
Ganti.
Genty?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
He's got dollar signs in his eyes, thinking they're worth a fortune. But is he in for a surprise or what? Les and Ashley, the shop owners, give them their usual warm welcome. The customer proudly showcases his prize comics, claiming they're from the groovy 70s and in mint condition. He's even bold enough to demand a whopping $2,000 for the lot. What? They are shocked.
How much did you want for him?
I was looking around 2,000, man.
$2,000?
But our savvy Ashley ain't falling for it. She spots the bent corners and unimpressive preservation, grilling the customer about their sorry state. Poor fella, he's speechless. Didn't see that coming, did he?
Do you see the edges?
That's just one of them. Come on.
No, actually, that's all.
Ashley cuts straight to the chase and offers a jaw-dropping $5 for the entire stack. Yep, you heard it right. A gigantic drop from his lofty $2,000 expectation. Naturally, our customer isn't happy with the lowball and tries to haggle. But kudos to Ashley and Les. They hold their ground, eventually nudging the price up to a massive $6.
Come on, you guys, just work with me a little bit. Give me something, you know what I mean?
6?
And that's when things go from zero to chaos. Our previously calm customer suddenly loses it, accusing the shop of playing mind games. Leslie tries to calm him down, reassuring him they're not joking around. But no, he won't take their word for it. He insists on verifying the authenticity of the comics, and Ashley's response takes him to new levels of shock.
From the 1970s.
So am I.
I don't go for you.
Oh boy, buckle up, because it's all downhill from here. The customer starts swearing up a storm, slamming the table like a man possessed. He's convinced he's being duped, and boy is he fuming.
Like you're playing me right now, because I know this is worth way more than $6.
The situation gets so out of hand that a burly bodyguard has to step in and escort him out. But wait, there's more. Right before leaving, he pulls a move that really ticks off another customer. Talk about adding fuel to the fire.
Get the off me. Hey, what the you look? Come here.
Next thing you know, we're witnessing an impromptu street brawl right inside the shop. These two customers throw punches like they're in a heavyweight championship match. And let me tell you, it's a hilarious sight to behold.
Someone fuck me. You little bitch.
Eventually, the bodyguards swoop in like superheroes and drag both fighters out. Man, talk about a show. After the dust settles, our Albanian friend tries to save face with a final quip. I'm Albanian, baby. Well, my friend, you've certainly lived up to that fiery reputation of yours. What a roller coaster of a pawn shop experience, folks. Next up, just another regular day at the pawn shop. People coming and going. Some happy, some not so much.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me prove my point.
Now here's a guy who walks in hoping to get a loan of $100 for his gold chain. And you know what? The receptionist happily agrees. Loan approved, right?
How much would you like?
$100.
Okay. I can do the $100.
Well, hold your horses, because this is where things go haywire. This customer seems all polite and even hands over his ID for verification. But then he brings up this 20% business, as it's written on the sign right there. The receptionist is completely lost, and the customer starts explaining how he should get 20% added to the $100 loan, making it $120.
Put my 20%, right?
What 20%, sir?
The sign right here say I get 20%.
But the poor receptionist has no clue what he's talking about. Politeness goes out the window, folks. The man's anger instantly flares up when he realizes the receptionist is clueless. He asks her if she's ever seen the sign in her life, and boy does he point it out right in front of the shop. Talk about intense.
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is you serious?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you ain't never seen the sign?
Now, this angry customer won't let it go. His voice keeps getting louder, drawing everyone's attention in the shop.
I'm supposed to get 20%. You said you were gonna give me 100. I get 20% of 100.
We see as the bodyguard's on alert, and even Seth, the boss, steps out of his office to see what the commotion is all about. The man keeps angrily repeating that he's supposed to get that 20% with $100. When the receptionist refuses to budge, he demands to see the manager. Seth steps up and asks the customer to read the sign again. He patiently explains what it actually means.
At another pawn shop, bring me in the ticket, and when you take it out of that pawn shop, I'll give you 20.
But does our furious customer listen? No way. He's sticking to his guns, dead set on his demands. He even goes back and snatches the sign to show it to the receptionist and Seth. You can practically feel the tension, folks. If Seth wasn't behind that glass, this guy might have thrown a punch. Clearly, he's not thinking straight. That's when the bodyguard steps in and takes the sign away from him.
Hey, straight up. My man, let this go. Let this go. 20%.
The angry customer doesn't even give Seth a chance to explain. Oh boy, talk about rage blinding a person. This irate customer keeps shouting in the shop, demanding his 20%, hoping someone will back him up.
Sir.
Why?
Well, because you're
false advertising. I guess you think I can.
You're not letting.
But here's where things escalate. This customer challenges Seth to step out of his glass office and face him like a man. Whoa, the temperature's rising in here. But Seth's having none of it. He tells him to get out since he's causing a ruckus. And you know what happens next? He gets escorted out by the bodyguard. And get this, he tries to take the sign with him.
I'm getting something out this, bro.
I'm you down for this time, my man. I'm gonna take you down.
Gotta admit, that's a bit hilarious. But the bodyguard quickly snatches it back, and the customer keeps cursing as he leaves the shop. But wait, there's more. To show his anger, this guy grabs a harmless plant and throws it on the ground.
$20 worth right there, bitches.
Oh, man. What did the plant do to him?
Seriously, what did the plant ever do to you, man? And off he angrily storms away. It's never a dull day around here, is it? This next lady has real poor luck, but it does not excuse her behavior.
Wait, man. The door's right there. Have a good day.
Because you got a big dude, you think you hot?
So this lady storms into the store demanding her stuff back, which happens to be just 2 TVs. The receptionist asks her for some ID and tickets as proof, but this lady is completely clueless.
I need your ID or the tickets. My what?
She doesn't have any of those things, and here comes the shocker. Her boyfriend pawned off her belongings. Can you believe it? Now she wants them back, and it's a pretty messed up situation to be honest. She explains to the receptionist that she can't provide the required documents because her no-good boyfriend isn't even around anymore. He left her high and dry. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Now Ashley, who overhears the whole thing, initially sympathizes with this poor girl. But hold up, that sympathy doesn't last for long, and for good reason.
I feel terrible for her, but I can't help her without her ticket.
This customer suddenly loses her mind, like all the anger in the world has consumed her. And guess what she does next? Brace yourselves, people. She starts yelling and banging on the glass window, demanding her precious TV.
Don't bang on my window!
Seriously, that's not how you get things done. Even if someone is trying to help you, no one will tolerate that kind of behavior. Ashley, understandably furious, tells her to back off. The situation gets so heated that Ashley has to step out of the room to confront this unruly customer. And guess what? This lady has the audacity to threaten Ashley. Well, Ashley isn't one to back down, so she tells her to get the heck out of the shop. This customer is beyond crazy, I tell you. It seems like she had a truckload of problems even before she set foot in the store.
What? I dare you.
Now, the bodyguard steps in to escort her out, but oh boy, this girl goes on a rampage. She knocks over everything in her path, completely enraged. Come on, girl, you seriously need to chill out.
Bye! I scared to leave.
Finally, they manage to get her out of the shop, but you won't believe what happens next. Unlike the previous guy who threw a plant, this woman tries not once, not twice, but 3 freaking times to break back into the store. I mean, seriously, woman, get a grip on yourself. This is just embarrassing for everyone involved.
But damn it, we're not your local psychologist neither.
Even the bodyguard has had enough at this point, and he can only imagine what kind of crazy exchange must have taken place. Man, oh man, what a wild scene that must have been. This next guy is the most polite guy you'll see, But things take an interesting turn.
I'm trying to help you solve your issue.
Well, folks, let me tell you about this wild encounter that went down, starting with a seemingly innocent greeting.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Well, actually, I'm not doing so good.
Little did anyone know, trouble was brewing. You see, this poor customer was feeling down because his dear grandma had passed away. He needed to sell something urgently to scrape together enough cash to cover his rent. Now that's a tough spot to be in, right? Enter Ashley, a real gem of a person. She genuinely empathized with this guy and offered a helping hand. So the dude decides to sell his late grandma's ring, thinking it's made of real gold and worth a fortune. Ashley, being the responsible gal she is, takes a good look at the ring to verify its authenticity. And guess what? It's not the real deal, folks. It's as fake as a knockoff Rolex.
Okay. Do you have anything?
Naturally, Ashley breaks the news to the guy and asks if he's got anything else to pawn instead. But this fella, he ain't buying it. He's convinced that Ashley's got it all wrong, and he wasted his precious time chatting with her. Well, hold your horses, buddy. Ashley calmly reassures him that his time wasn't wasted and suggested he could pawn his TV instead. But oh boy, this suggestion hit a nerve. He starts acting all weird and uncooperative, throwing a tantrum.
TV. You can pawn your TV.
What the I look like?
Now, here's where things get intense. Ashley's just trying her darn best to help this guy out, but he's not having it. He demands his ring back and starts searching for someone else to deal with.
I'm trying to do whatever I can to help him.
It's not making no sense.
And when Ashley tries to explain that she's simply doing her job to lend a hand, it's like a switch flip inside this guy's head. He goes ballistic, questioning Ashley's every move and acting all erratic. It's honestly a bit scary, folks. Believe it or not, this fella has the audacity to tell Ashley to lower her voice, even though he's the one causing all the ruckus. Talk about pushing boundaries. He even has the nerve to put his hand on her face trying to belittle her. And get this, he's not even listening.
Lower your voice.
Don't
Lower your
tell
voice.
me
Lower
what
your
to do.
voice.
Don't
Lower your
push your-
voice.
He's busy with his threats, making Ashley's job even harder. But our girl Ashley, bless her heart, stands her ground like a champ. But wait for it, folks. Here comes the jaw-dropping twist. Out of nowhere, a hero emerges.
My face.
Lower your
Don't
voice.
put your
You got
finger
me.
in
No,
my
you got me.
Bam! This mysterious stranger slams our angry customer to the ground WWE style. Can you believe it? And that's not all, folks. This hero then grabs the unruly fella and drags him out of the place. Because guess what? The dude still won't quit.
On the ground. On the ground. On the ground, mother.
He keeps up with his nonsense, making threats and vowing to return for more. Seriously, what on earth did Ashley ever do to deserve this kind of treatment? It's downright mind-boggling, folks. Well, the last person on this list is no less than any other irrational person than earlier.
If the item was worth the money, I would give her money, but he was a loudmouth.
It's just another ordinary day at the shop when this woman walks in, hoping to make some quick cash by selling her jewelry. Pretty common scenario, right?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Trying to find this here.
Well, here's the twist. It's also quite common for people to claim that their jewelry is real, when in fact, it's not. But it all depends on how they react when they find out the truth. Now, this particular woman already seems a bit agitated as she approaches the counter to sell her rose gold earrings. Les, the shopkeeper, takes a look at the earrings and bluntly informs her that the color is not real. Surprise, surprise.
I can feel you.
Okay, so what's up?
They're not real.
The woman didn't see that coming. Les goes on to explain why the color is faded, indicating that the earrings are not made of real gold. Now, you'd expect her to accept the reality and move on, right? Nope, not this lady. Instead, she comes up with a lame response like, well, duh, that's because it's rose gold. Seriously? I mean, it's common knowledge that when the color starts fading on real gold, it's a clear sign that it's not genuine. But this woman insists it's two-tone rose gold, while Les insists it's just some base metal.
They were just base metal. It's not gold. Base metal is going to turn colors when you put chemicals on it.
Come on, lady, listen to the expert here instead of getting all rude. The fact is, base metal changes colors, not real gold. It's pretty clear that this woman just wants some money and has the audacity to demand $200 for those earrings. And as if being rude wasn't enough, she starts hurling abuse at poor Les.
That real rose gold earrings, man, I need $200 right now. What the is the...
Talk about being confused and disrespected. I can't blame Les for not taking that kind of nonsense. So the bodyguard steps in to escort the woman out of the shop. But guess what? She keeps insisting that she wants her money and even asks the bodyguard to check the earrings again. Seriously, lady, drop it already. Here's the funny part, and you'll never guess what Les did next.
Yeah. You want me to wrap these up?
Yes, he did that. I mean, why bother with someone who refuses to listen, right? Eventually, the woman is escorted out by Les and the bodyguard. But she doesn't give up that easily. She actually tries to break into the shop not once, not twice, but 3 times. I can't help but feel secondhand embarrassment for her. It's like witnessing pure insanity.
He's out.
In conclusion, this woman's behavior was out of line. Instead of accepting the truth and moving on, she chose to be rude, abusive, and persistent. It's a good thing Les and the bodyguard stood their ground and didn't let her disrupt the shop. Let's hope she learns a lesson from this and thinks twice before causing such a scene in the future.
My dad truly believed that this glass could be something.
Space for years. And you never know what surprises will walk through that door. Today we've got Seth bringing in something that's blowing everyone's mind, and boy is he in for a shock. Our friend Penny rolls in with a rare 83 T-top Cutlass, lowrider frames, and a fully customized beauty. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is the stuff dreams are made of. These babies are like finding a needle in a haystack these days, and you can see Seth's eyes light up with excitement. Easy there, Seth, don't get too carried away.
We see all types of old cars come through the store.
Does it do the 4-wheel hop?
It could if you wanted it to.
This amazing car is decked out with 4 switches and can hop up to 72 inches in the front. And guess what? If you're up for it, it can even do a 4-wheel hop. Talk about a versatile ride.
If you wanted to, it's equipped. But it's very rare we see a tricked out car that actually jumps off the ground.
This car is the real deal, folks. It's got all the bells and whistles you could imagine. How often do you come across a fully equipped ride like this? Seth can't help but admit that it's incredibly rare to see a car that's not only fully customized, but can also jump off the ground. He can't resist showing off, telling us about the car's 4 hydraulic pumps and a whopping 14 deep cycle batteries. More batteries mean more power, right? Seth and his buddy can't resist the temptation to hop in and experience it firsthand. And let me tell you, they are having a blast. Now, Seth really wants this car, but he wants it at the right price. Penny, on the other hand, is hoping to fetch $12,000 for it. Will Seth bite the bullet and make the deal? Well, here's the twist.
How about $4,000?
Seth is only willing to dish out $4,000 for it. Whoa, talk about a huge drop. You can see the disappointment on Penny's face. He explains that he spent $4,000 just on the paint job alone. After some negotiation, Penny agrees to settle for $10,000. But Seth tries to push it further, offering $7,000. You know he wants it.
It's very rare we see a tricked out car that actually jumps off the ground.
Penny, being the wise guy he is, doesn't take the deal. In the end, they part ways on good terms. Well, folks, let's hope Penny finds another buyer who's willing to meet his price for this fully customized car. It's always a thrill to see unique items like this in the pawn shop. And who knows what will come through those doors next. Stay tuned for more pawn shop adventures. But here comes another gem-filled day at Les's pawn shop. We have a woman who's brought in some stones she discovered at her late grandmother's house. Her goal? To gather enough cash to cover her dear grandma's funeral expenses. Poor thing, she's not quite sure about the value of these stones and is expecting to receive a modest sum for them.
Younger.
How much did you want for these?
Anything would help, like $50 or $100.
Enter Ashley, who wants to assist but has serious doubts about the authenticity of these gems. Who knows what other surprises await us in the future? Stay tuned, folks, because the adventure at Les's pawn shop is far from over. Hold on to your seats because this next guy is about to unleash some of the rarest goodies on the market.
5, 6.
Brace yourselves, space geeks, because this is gonna blow your mind. So this guy rolls up with a bunch of crates, and let me tell you, the anticipation is real.
We got a couple things. I have some Star Trek things, and I also have things from NASA.
He's got some seriously cool stuff from the Star Trek universe, and even NASA. I mean, come on, that's pretty awesome. It's clear that this dude is a space enthusiast through and through, and his collection is off the charts. Honestly, it's a total flex. Like seriously, you gotta take a look at this thing.
This is all the kind of stuff that you're into.
Now, here's the kicker. Ashley confesses that she and her brother aren't exactly die-hard Star Trek fans. But guess what? Every time they get anything Star Trek related in their shop, it flies off the shelves.
I'm not a Trekkie girl, my brother's not a Trekkie guy, but when we get Star Trek stuff in here, it flies off.
Talk about a lucky break, huh? This guy managed to gather all these valuable items from various Star Trek conventions across the country, thanks to his gig as a truck driver. Talk about dedication to the cause. But wait, it gets even better. He pulls out this kit from Paramount Studios, which is a seriously impressive piece in his collection.
To give to radio station to run ads for the show.
It's an authentic set that was sent to a TV executive when Deep Space Nine first hit the screens. Now that's some next level stuff right there. You can't help but appreciate the sheer coolness of it all. Here's the catch though. All this awesomeness comes at a price, and Seth, our shop owner, is taken aback by the asking price.
This was $1,000?
Yes.
Wow. $1,000?
Yes.
Why? Why is that so
Because
much?
it's custom built and it all lights up and works.
The guy wants a whopping $1,200 for everything, unless ever the savvy negotiator tries to bring it down to $700. It seems like a stalemate, but fear not, because Ashley steps in with her clever thinking. After some intense back and forth, Ashley manages to strike a deal.
$7,800.
She works her magic and secures all these incredible items for just $800. Can you believe it? Talk about a happy ending. Everyone walks away satisfied. The customer gets a fair price, and our shop owners have some killer new additions to their inventory. Who knew that a truck driver with a passion for Star Trek could bring so much excitement to our little shop? It just goes to show you never know what surprises are waiting around the corner. I kid you not. This next guy just pulled up with a true gem.
Checker taxi cab. I don't know about the original miles. Meter still.
Can you even fathom it? It's none other than a 1982 checkered cab. Whoa, now that's what I call antique. Take a gander at this beauty. It's in remarkable condition. It's evident that the owner showered this car with lots of love and care. Kudos to him.
Did you call for a cab? Did you call for a cab?
Now, hold on to your hats because there's more to this story. Our daring duo, Les and Seth, decided to peek under the hood. Lo and behold, their jaws dropped.
Look at that thing purr. Don't you lose money because you get there quicker? And it all goes...
The engine looks splendid, almost brand new. How cool is that? But wait, there's a fascinating tidbit about this cab. Back in the day, they used to write the rates right on the taxi door itself. Talk about genius. This way, the rates were fixed, making it easier to attract customers. It's a shame we don't see this kind of thoughtful detail nowadays.
The door. Did you see the rates on the door?
Yeah, I did. The shut up one is one I like.
And guess what? This car enthusiast doesn't just have one of these incredible cabs, but a whopping total of 4. 4, my friends! And out of all his prized possessions, he decided to part ways with one and sell it to this very pawn shop.
As long as the price is right and it's in good condition, we can make a profit.
Boy, oh boy, Les and Seth should count their lucky stars. Now brace yourselves for the asking price. This customer is seeking a jaw-dropping $10,000. Can you believe it? Les, being the inquisitive one, questions the reason behind such a hefty sum for what seems to be a mere antique car. Sensibly, Seth suggests that the customer take the car for a spin, just to ensure everything is running smoothly. Perhaps then they'll be able to negotiate a fair price. Good thinking, Seth. Les, ever the insightful one, recognizes that this is not just any ordinary car. It's a masterpiece, a truly unique item. Plus, considering its excellent condition, they can actually turn a profit from it. However, much to their disappointment, the customer refuses to budge below $8,500. Sadly, no deal can be made today. Nonetheless, Les wishes him luck, and we join him in hoping that the right buyer comes along for this exceptional ride. Fingers crossed, this next guy brought in something, and you won't believe what it is.
You want $950?
This guy walked in all eager to sell something big, and boy did he deliver. When he unveiled the item, everyone's jaws hit the floor.
Well, I hear you guys buy silver. We do.
That's the Silver Surfer.
I'm talking about a life-size Silver Surfer from the Fantastic Four. Can you believe it? This thing is massive and made entirely of silver. It's a sight to behold. Now, let me fill you in on the backstory. This customer explains that this Silver Surfer was actually a display piece for the movie Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. They made a total of 1,500 of these bad boys. Can you imagine? But here's the kicker. Is it actually silver?
This is literally just a regular mannequin and plywood.
The customer reveals that this is just a regular mannequin covered in a vacuum metal plastic wrap. He actually got it from a movie theater where he used to advertise. And get this, he owns his own comic book store.
I advertise that, and I own a comic book store. I said,
and that's how he managed to convince the set designer to let him take it home. And the next day, it was proudly displayed in his shop for the next 5 years. Talk about a cool collector's item. Now hold on to your seats, because things are about to get interesting. This guy is asking for a whopping $2,000 for the Silver Surfer. And let me tell you, he seems pretty darn adamant about it. Like, take a look at this.
I want $2,000 for it.
Why?
Ashley, always the one to ask the tough questions, wonders why it's priced so high. The customer confidently explains that outline. It's actually valued at $3,000, and he wants a fair price for it. Oh, and here's a fun fact for you. The Silver Surfer was actually voted one of the top 50 most recognizable comic book heroes in America. Pretty cool, huh? Ashley, being the shrewd businesswoman she is, gives the customer a reality check. She offers him a lesser amount for it, stating that it's the best she can do. But the customer stands his ground and refuses to go below $1,000. That's quite a gap to bridge.
To buy this from you for $500.
But then in comes Seth, our resident genius manipulator. What he does next and how he convinces the customer will truly shock you. Yes, did you see that? He slyly takes out the money, slaps it on the desk right in front of the customer, and presents him with a take it or leave it offer of $900. The tension is palpable. What do you think this man will do?
Take it or leave it.
It's clear that he's holding out for a higher price. Hey, sometimes you gotta stick to your guns. Well, after giving it some serious thought, the customer ultimately did decide this.
It's a pleasure. We're gonna go surfing on home.
See you later.
And walked away from the deal. But wait, there's more. You think Les will let him walk away like this? Les has something up his sleeve, and he does this.
Where I want it.
If you're gonna walk for $50, you're gonna back it back up, you're gonna take it back.
Well, after mulling it over, the customer finally caved in and agreed to Les's offer. That's the kind of influence Les has, folks. Somehow, people just can't resist his charm. Now, with everyone on the same page, they can all happily move forward. It's smooth sailing from here on out.
Jack, get the out of here. Yeah, I know you're gonna get your hands off. Really? She ain't by herself, my man. No, I call me.
I'm sure you're curious about what happened, so let's not waste any time and jump right into it. So this customer walks into the pawn shop looking visibly upset. As usual, Ashley greets him and asks how he's doing. Turns out he's not doing well at all. Here's the reason why.
I'm not doing so good.
No?
My grandma just passed.
I'm sorry.
I was like...
It's really sad to hear about it. Now, he brings along a ring that belonged to his grandmother. He wants to pawn this ring because he plans to retrieve it once he earns enough money. How sweet, right? However, it turns out that the ring is fake, which surprises the customer. Now, this got me thinking. Is he pretending or is he genuinely serious? It's hard to trust people these days, you know? But Ashley comes up with a solution to help him out by pawning his television. Can you guess what his response was?
What the f*** I look like pawning my TV?
He starts getting rude with Ashley, which escalates into a heated argument. Then he demands his ring back, and not only that, he insists on being helped by another employee because he's annoyed with Ashley. And guess what happens next?
Put your finger in my face! Don't put your finger in...
Yep, that's how he ended up there. Crazy, isn't it? This customer's behavior became even more disrespectful. Just to prove that Ashley was completely wrong and useless, that's when, as you saw, the big guy steps in and knocks him down. But he continues to yell and curse at her. Eventually, Byron forcefully removes him from the shop.
You got me up. No, let's go. Man, let me go. Let me go, man.
Just when he thought everything had settled down, the customer goes ahead and threatens Ashley, saying he'll come back to get her. Oh dear, that's the biggest mistake he made since entering the shop. We all know what happens when someone messes with Ashley, right? Well, brace yourself and see it for yourself.
On the ground. On the ground. On the ground.
Dang, the customer was literally scared for his life. Next up, it was just another normal day at this famous pawn shop called American Jewelry and Loan, located right in the heart of Detroit, USA. He comes in with his Xbox and immediately tells Les that he needs to get as much money as he possibly can for it. Like, obviously, that is clearly what everyone is here for at the pawn shop. He knew that they probably get a lot of Xboxes anyway, so that does not set him apart from the rest of the regular customers. He reveals that he needs as much cash as possible, and it is all for his girlfriend. Is this guy delusional or are the cops mistaken? And here's what they had to say to justify his beliefs. And cleaning does not make anybody a saint in the slightest, small amount. And Les was clearly not here for his unreasonable demands. Take a look at his reaction.
I need $300.
I can go 80 bucks.
Oh my God. I need 300.
Immediately, this customer gets enraged and begins demanding $300 for his Xbox, as if he was in a position to mark the prices. Here is what went down at the pawn shop, which was $80, which is way far from a whopper of $300. He even put his finger on Leslie's face, and that is when he knew it was time for this guy to leave. And he did not make it easy or go away quietly. Take a look at what went down. Well, at least they wished him a good day. Moving on to the next.
You talking to?
Alright folks, let me set the scene for you. We got Shironda and her son Deontay strolling into the pawn shop. You see, it's Shironda's birthday, and she's all about treating herself to some classic, fabulous jewelry. She's pumped, she's excited, she's ready to sparkle. But hold up, here comes Deontay acting like he couldn't care less. This kid's got an attitude and thinks he knows it all. He's annoying both his mom and Seth, the helpful employee trying to assist Shironda in finding that perfect piece, when in fact, it was way cheaper here at the pawn store. Clearly, he did not understand the concept of it. Alright guys, brace yourselves for the next chapter in Shironda's jewelry adventure, only to discover that they're as fake as a $3 bill. And let me tell you, he is not a happy camper. Poor Seth, the pawn shop employee, gets hit with some seriously rude behavior. And finally, down to the #1 worst customer. This customer was being disrespectful and disgusting at the store, and someone finally put him in place. Whew!
You understand that?
I got you.
Don't with my kid.
I'm sorry, man.
You don't with my kid.
He walks in and notices a table and immediately just announces to no one in particular that somebody needed to come to help him out with it. That's really not a nice way to ask. Jeez. Take a look at how he was behaving.
Let me lay on this mother. You see, was a sex table? So for what?
He was being very crude, and Ashley notices his presence there very quickly, especially considering how loud he was being. He again keeps shouting for someone to come help him, and then, you won't believe this, but he asks for Ashley in person and says she is his girl. Take a look at what he was saying, or rather shouting.
Ashley, man, that's my girl. Yeah, I want Ashley, man.
Oh boy, get a load of this, guys. Ashley was absolutely disgusted by what was going down. Turns out this dude we're talking about is a regular at the store, and he's always spewing disrespectful comments left and right. But here's the twist. Most of those nasty remarks are aimed right at Ashley herself. Can you believe it? But wait, there's more. This time, he's taking his craziness to a whole new level, and Ashley's never seen him act this bonkers before. He asks her what the table cost, and when she tries to reply, he says something completely horrible that caught everyone's attention.
What you want for this table, girl? Get your ass over and shut up.
The moment she spots this guy on the table, she's like, "Yo, get off, dude." But he's not having it. He keeps telling her to shut up or get lost. That's when the bouncers step in, swooping in like superheroes to have her back in a flash. But here's the kicker, my friends. Even after all that, he still won't quit with the rudeness. He's talking down to her like he owns her or something. And let me tell you, she's beyond upset. She's furious at the way she's being treated just because she's a woman. Take a look at what he's doing in the store.
No.
No, you be
Shush.
quiet. Look, come this way, baby.
Who do you
Come
think
here,
you
sis.
are to talk to me like
Bro,
that?
if you let me, I'll be slapping.
Yo, hold up, people. Leslie catches wind of all the chaos and rushes in to see what the heck is going down. And let me tell you, he's in for a...
Les faces off against chaos as a wild woman storms in demanding her money, leading to a bizarre showdown where even the pawn shop floor becomes her stage.
When I come to pay you, I don't get all the mother questions. You taking my money,
When you know names,
let me get on my stuff.
you ain't getting nothing. You don't come back.
Yeah, I will be back. You and your people.
I can put up with a lot, but that woman cannot call me that. Who walks up to one of the cars and pulls out her boobs and starts rubbing it on the car?
Les, the owner of the pawn shop, greets a guest who brings Detroit bicentennial cards. However, the excitement fizzles out when they realize the cards aren't worth as much as they'd hoped online.
$50 less. Shake on it. Give me a minute.
No problem. Got an ad you can show me?
Your mama is a fool.
Les Gold faces off with a cheerful, plump customer aiming to sell a watch for his wife's anniversary. Les, ever witty, discovers it's their anniversary too. The old man deadpans 25 years, prompting Les to hilariously inquire, "How many happy years, man?" Laughter ensues in this pawn shop comedy.
Having your day. Ooh. Have a nice day.
After getting kicked out of the pawn shop, our guy doesn't seem bothered at all. Instead, he starts acting really silly on the street. He starts walking in a funny way, like he's in the army, and starts shouting random silly things. This made people laugh a little bit.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to see how much I can get for this. Yeah, I won't even be able to sell it from here. That $20, $20.
20, which is probably more than I would even offer. Do you know what it is?
It don't matter how many you sitting on in the
Sure,
back.
because then I can't sell them. You paid $200 for that, I overheard?
Yeah, I mean,
Really, you paid $200. I'll sell you like...
The scene opens with a heated exchange between a customer and a pawn shop employee, Jay, over the value of an item. The customer demands more than the offered $20, leading to frustration and a call for the manager.
Help! I'm looking out the leeway window because I hear some commotion, and I see another irate customer in line.
That's all I'm giving, period.
All right, where's your manager?
I'm the manager.
Oh, you are the manager.
I'm the manager.
The manager?
I'm the manager.
$20.
I've seen a customer get angry because it says system.
$20. What the fuck with $20?
The customer gets angrier and wants to talk to the boss. The boss comes out, but he doesn't want to. He still says the item's only worth $20. This makes the situation even more intense.
$20.
Don't know.
Huh? And what the you gonna do, old man? Old man?
Who the you call? Really, mother?
Well, is that something new?
you did? Your system does that work.
Things get worse as the customer gets angrier, using foul language and insisting on more money. The manager stays calm, but's upset with how things are handled and worries if his staff can deal with these kinds of situations.
I had to deal with more than I should have today. It's gonna be my system, period.
Tell him I told you not to do it.
I don't want to hear it. Just go back to work. Ashley and Seth are...
The owner asserts his authority, declaring that until the staff proves themselves capable, he'll remain in charge. He admonishes the employees for their handling of the situation and the inefficiencies within the store.
Stop kissing my ass. I had to deal with more than I should have today. Until you prove it to me that you have the ability to run the store without me, it's going to be my system, period. Ashley and Seth are definitely not ready to be in charge yet. And at this rate, they may never be ready.
At the end, the boss thinks about what happened today. He's not sure if his workers are ready for more responsibility. He's upset about the problems in the store. The pricing owner engages in conversation with Les, discussing his new responsibility of pricing items for sale. He reveals his discovery of a framed item, initially estimating its value at $100, and mentions its significance as an original piece by Stanley Mouse, known for his work with the Grateful Dead and other bands.
Well, I told them, the stranger the item, the more value it has.
The pricing owner and Les delve into the potential worth of the item, recognizing its rarity and connection to Stanley Mouse. They discuss the value of unique items, citing examples like an old hand-painted t-shirt that turned out to be valuable. The pricing owner expresses intention to find a suitable buyer for the item. Rich, the potential buyer, presents the original Stanley Mouse painting to the pricing owner. They discuss its uniqueness and negotiate the price, ultimately settling on $2,200 after initial suggestions of $3,000. The pricing owner acknowledges the rarity of the piece and agrees to the deal. They also thank Rich for helping make it happen. Les, the owner, also joins in and says that they're impressed with how things turned out and that the person who set the price did a great job. This ends with applause for the successful deal. Les and the pricing owner express satisfaction with the outcome, emphasizing the value of unique items in their business dealings.
Well, obviously it's for a nonprofit, so it's much sweet.
Seth, a wrestling fan, expresses excitement upon encountering Lex Luger in the store. Lex Luger and his team mention their aim to raise money for a nonprofit called the World Wrestling Outreach. Lex Luger shares his wrestling history, mentioning his achievements as a 3-time world champion, Tahesian, and selling the special item. But Seth and Michael express interest in buying it for their collection. After negotiation, they settle on a price of $3,500, considering it's for charity. Seth shares his personal connection to wrestling matches with his father, adding sentimental value to the purchase.
You got a deal.
My brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Les. Thank you. Well, I personally am very excited. I didn't know what to expect.
Les expresses excitement and gratitude for the successful transaction, noting the unexpected softness in negotiation from the master negotiators representing the nonprofit cause.
So what's next? I'm going to call in some world-class appraisers.
And if they're real?
If they're real, I'm buying them. But first, I'm going to get some other opinions.
I apologize for interrupting, but there's a guy on the phone. He says he's the guy who owns the artwork, and he's really pissed.
What line is he on?
I'll transfer him over.
Les plans to get expert opinions on paintings brought by Dina and Tony. Suddenly, an employee interrupts, saying the supposed owner, Todd Hutchin, is upset and on the phone.
Hello?
Mr. Gold.
Yes.
Hello, sir. My name is Todd Hutchins. I appreciate you taking my call.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Okay.
Les talks to Todd, who claims the paintings are his and accuses Dina and Tony of leaving them without his permission. Les tries to understand and offers to resolve the situation.
What do you think?
Son of a bitch, I think it's real.
Yeah, but why would he take such a hit?
He's not. He's making money.
Doesn't make sense.
Stranger things have happened. I mean, we've never had anything like this ever.
What are you gonna do? What's the next step?
Les, Ashley, and Seth talk about the situation, unsure whom to believe, but agreeing that Todd seems genuine. They decide to verify the painting's authenticity.
Paintings are authentic. Now that we know who the rightful owner is, I really want to make this deal. Now I need to find the best appraiser in Michigan to make sure that they're legit.
Les decides to focus on verifying the painting's authenticity before proceeding. He wants to ensure that everything is legitimate.
Well, I'm good with it.
Les ends the discussion, determined to handle the situation carefully. Despite the unexpected problem, he remains committed to resolving it honestly and fairly. A woman comes to Ashley asking to pawn her bracelet. She says that she's had a fight with her partner and needs money urgently to go back to Hawaii.
Okay, how much did you need? I was just trying to not this for you to be nice, but...
$600. I got this from one of my aunts in Africa. This is $600.
Do you know actually a Tahitian pearl?
No, this is from Africa. This is an African pearl.
Tahitian pearls are...
Okay.
Ashley checks the bracelet and talks to the woman about where it's from. The woman says that it's an African pearl, but Ashley says that it's a Tahitian pearl. They disagree about its worth and where it's from. The woman gets angrier and calls Ashley names. Ashley stays calm but tells her to talk respectfully. The woman leaves angrily and this situation doesn't get resolved.
On picking up very expensive pieces grabs Les's attention.
Hey, sir, don't touch it. Sir, if there's anything you want to see, we'll be more than happy to show you, sir.
Well, what do you know? Expensive pieces tend to be fragile.
How am I going to see if it's going to work?
The customer starts touching expensive items, catching Les's attention. Les politely asks them not to touch anything, offering assistance in viewing items instead.
Hey, sir, that's why I asked you. That's when you're back there and he's over. I'll come out right out there. You think I give it?
The customer insists on touching, arguing it's necessary to check functionality. Les tries to explain store policy, but the customer gets upset.
out of my store.
Don't touch me. Don't
It's time to go.
You're lucky you got some.
The customer's frustration grows, prompting Les to ask them to leave for disrupting the store. Les firmly directs the customer to leave, highlighting their luck in having assistance.
Jersey just moved into the town and is on an errand from his wife.
My wife and I, we just bought a house and she sent me here. She said, see what you can pick up.
Let's find some.
I'll bet you can make.
A middle-aged man from New Jersey, recently moved into town, is running an errand from his wife to find furniture for their new house. He spots a couch in the store and expresses interest in making a deal.
After looking at a cheap couch, the customer notices that the couch is dirty.
You gonna clean all that up before I buy it?
That's why it's so inexpensive.
I gotta tell you, man, that's nasty.
Our used furniture sometimes has things on.
While checking the couch, the customer notices its dirty condition and questions if it'll be cleaned before purchased. The store attendant explains that the low price reflects its used status, which includes some dirtiness typical of secondhand items.
Really? Well, I only got $200.
After sitting down to give the couch a try, the customer begins being disrespectful to Les.
And let me try this. What? My shoes are cleaner than this couch.
Then don't buy it.
Make me a deal. I got cash in my pocket, man.
Wow.
The man doesn't like how the couch looks and tries to pay less for it with the money that he has. He starts being rude, saying bad things about how dirty the couch is and insulting the store.
I bet you're the mother that's been sitting on here farting.
This was actually my couch. We had a reupholster and I gave it to Ashley.
When the comment reaches Ashley, Les's daughter, Les has enough of this customer.
Is that your daughter?
That's my daughter.
She must be nasty too.
The customer's derogatory comments extend to Ashley, Les's daughter, who works at the store. Les, the owner, has had enough and confronts the disrespectful customer, defending his daughter and the store's reputation.
How we doing in the deal?
Les decides to end the interaction, urging the customer to leave the store. The customer, unwilling to change his behavior, decides to go elsewhere, ending the encounter on a sour note.
Excuse me. Hi. Hi, I have a question for you. Yeah. Okay, I went to get my purse back to make my payment. She's telling me this is expired. That's my purse right there. That one right there is black one. So I want to know why it's out there.
A girl approaches Ashley in the pawn shop with a question about her purse. She claims that her purse, which she points to, was wrongfully labeled as expired, and she demands to know why it's out for sale.
My purse right there. How do you know that's your purse? Because I know my purse. Here's the money. I want the purse. Want that? If you don't give me the purse, I'm going to climb over the counter and get it myself. Give me my purse.
The girl argues that the purse refers to her and displays money as evidence of access. She becomes furious and threatens to jump over the counter if she fails to obtain her purse back.
Getting over there and get my purse for me?
Okay, first of all, it's not your purse.
How do you know it's not my purse? Because they look at it.
If you want to buy it,
I just want to look at it and make sure it's not mine.
okay, first of all, I'm not.
Ashley contradicts the girl's assertion, saying the purse wasn't ever pawned and is not related to her. She encourages the lady not to speak rudely and offers to show her the purse if she's got an interest in purchasing it.
Purse, or I'm going to climb over that counter and get it myself. What's it going to be?
The situation increases rapidly as the girl becomes more aggressive, threatening physical action to reclaim her purse. Ashley remains firm and asks her to leave, but the girl refuses and becomes physically confrontational.
You.
Walk.
Get your hands off
Walk
me,
yourself
boy.
out. You know the shit with that pole, right? Go.
Bitch,
Go where you got to go.
I'm going to kick your ass. Wait.
Go.
You.
Ashley insists that the girl leaves and calls for assistance to remove her from the premises. The encounter ends with the girl being escorted out of the shop, but not before she makes further threats.
Doing good, man.
The guys usually just call me down here anytime they get anything with strings on it and they need.
The person expresses their willingness to help whenever there are items with strings that need appraisal, indicating their expertise in valuing such items.
I don't believe I'm holding this in my hands. Mary Ford's Les Paul. This is.
The person marvels at holding Mary Ford's Les Paul guitar, expressing disbelief at the opportunity. They acknowledge Mary Ford's significant contributions as a singer and guitarist, particularly alongside Les Paul.
Every hit that Les Paul had as a musician, pretty much, she was there with him. She was a singer. She could go note for note with it.
Wasn't Les Paul unhappy with this guitar or something like that?
Les actually hated these guitars. He had a.
Questions arise regarding Les Paul's relationship with the guitar, with mention of his dissatisfaction with Gibson. There's a suggestion to test the guitar to ensure that it's fully functional.
Gibson, we should probably plug it in and make sure everything works.
So you want to play it?
Yeah, I want to play it.
The decision is made to plug in the guitar and test it out. And after testing, it's confirmed that the guitar works perfectly, eliciting satisfaction and relief.
All right, so it works?
Yeah, it works.
With the successful test, it's affirmed that the guitar is in good working condition, marking a positive outcome to the evaluation process.
I was coming to pawn my ring because I have to.
Les attends to a customer who urgently needs money to pay her rent. She hopes to pawn her ring for some quick cash. Les examines the ring closely to confirm its authenticity, which seems to upset the customer. She points out features of the ring to prove that it's genuine.
How do I know?
So all you have to do is look at the holes in the back.
Okay, how much did you want, man?
$200.
$80.
After the very weird episode, Les makes the lady an offer which doesn't sleep well with her.
I'm not just about to let you have this for
The customer requests $200 for the ring, but Les offers only $80, mentioning how much he thinks that it's worth.
Buying it, you're just pawning it.
The woman demands Les give her what she came for. Unfortunately for her, the customer rejects Les's offer, stating that she paid $500 for the ring and insists on a higher amount. However, Les remains firm at his valuation.
There you go.
Yeah, I want to pawn it.
Okay.
So you gonna give me $200 or not?
Done.
Les almost gets a hit to the face when he refuses the violent customer, an action that serves as the last straw before she got kicked out. Les repeats his offer, leaning into a tense moment where the customer becomes aggressive. Ultimately, Les decides to eject her from the shop, ending the encounter.
You guys seen the 32 Roadster?
I haven't seen it, son.
Someone probably stole it. It was parked in the warehouse. How could someone steal it? A high-tech thief could get into this warehouse easy.
Rick becomes anxious when he learns that Corey took the expensive 32 Roadster to the gym, fearing potential damage to the valuable merchandise.
Have you guys seen the 32 Roadster?
I haven't seen it, son.
Someone probably stole it. It was parked in the warehouse. How could someone steal it? A high-tech thief could get into this warehouse easy. All you have to do is cut a hole in the roof and lift it out with a helicopter to pick the lock.
The conversation shifts to the possibility of the Roadster being stolen, with various theories proposed, including high-tech theft methods like using helicopters or hacking into security systems.
Roadster around? I'm not driving it around. I just took it to the gym. That's driving it around. The thing is in perfect condition. What if you wreck it? What if you ding it? What if you scratch it? I'm not an idiot. I'm your partner.
Rick says he didn't drive the Roadster just for fun. He says he only took it to the gym. He defends himself from being called careless. He reminds everybody that he's a partner in the business.
I can't believe my dad's giving me a hard time about this. I mean, what's the point of owning a pawn shop?
Tensions raise between Rick and his father as they argue over the handling of the Roadster. Rick feels frustrated by his father's skepticism and restrictions, questioning the purpose of owning a pawn shop if he can't enjoy its items.
Later found out that the car was not nearly worth $68,000. His expert had failed to notice that the car was a hot rod.
Later, Rick learns that the Roadster is worth a lot more than he realized, valued at nearly $68,000 due to its hot rod modification. The customer brings in a ring for an appraisal and to inquire about pawning it for cash. He seeks to understand its value and potential loan amount. Les expressed surprise at the customer's sudden violent behavior, emphasizing that he's witnessed conflicts before, but never expected such aggression from a customer, particularly towards their spouse.
Welcome to the junk. Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, can I talk to the owner? Okay.
We do.
Okay, how's that working out for you?
Working out great.
I'd like the opportunity to maybe go over some paperwork with you, show you what we can offer, what we could do. Okay, well, there's nothing to be missing. If somebody's parked illegally, we want to be able to come in.
Mark, a would-be business partner, approaches Les with a proposition. However, Les quickly realizes Mark's intentions and plays along, subtly mocking Mark's attempts at persuasion with humorous banter.
Car that's left overnight by some chance.
It doesn't happen.
Well, things happen.
We don't have that problem because we have fences around the building.
Well, we've done a couple other business around here. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. I want the business. Listen.
No, you listen. You are not coming into my business and trying to shake me down. Do you understand me?
Listen, you are...
Do you understand me?
As Mark persists with his proposal, Les becomes increasingly skeptical. With witty comebacks and dry humor, Les navigates the conversation, ultimately shutting down Mark's shakedown attempt with firmness and sarcasm.
It's the old time in the past. We got a new thing going on right now.
No, you got a shakedown business, which I'm not going to pay for.
Okay, well, that's
what would you call it?
I call it a business opportunity.
I'm not interested.
You old man,
You're taking me down. Do you understand that?
No, man.
Will you escort your gentleman out of here?
I'm not anybody.
Les asserts his authority and refuses to be intimidated by Mark's persistence. Their exchange escalates comically, with Les confidently asserting his position and dismissing Mark's offers with disdain.
Of course you're not.
I'll be back. All right, I'm on back. And hands on me.
So with nah, I ain't gotta touch you no more.
I'll be back.
If I were you, I wouldn't come back.
Whatever.
You make sure that mother never comes back in here. You understand?
No problem, sir.
You had a choice to be able to make this happen, okay, and make it happen right, okay?
Does have a nice car, though.
The confrontation concludes as Les firmly shows Mark the door, unimpressed by his attempts to strong-arm a deal. With a mix of humor and seriousness, Les ensures that Mark won't be coming back anytime soon, ending the encounter on a humorous note.
Hey, you the owner? Check this out, man. I can turn around and pay for that. What's up with that? $25, man. Come on. Man, step your back, man. Step back. Come on, you gonna talk to me? Orderly, I'm speaking English, just say. You get it? I ain't got no receipt, man.
Well, how can I give you another unit, another game, if you don't
Because
have
I bought it from here, man. I bought it right over there.
I will be more than happy to exchange it for you.
The customer's mad because he wants a refund for a game but forgot the receipt. Les tries joking around, but the guy's still upset. Things get a bit funnier as they go back and forth, with the customer threatening to jump the counter. But Les stays cool and sends him off with a witty goodbye.
What, am I supposed to carry it with me? Give me my money back now. I can't have that.
I don't know if we did it. I don't know if he did it. I don't know if he really bought it from us. But because he was so irate, he had to go. We're going to go right here to the refund.
I ain't going over there.
Well, do you want it? I got...
Get off me, man.
You going? You ready? You ready? You going? Get off me, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Les attempts to reason with the customer, offering to exchange the game if he brings the receipt. However, the customer's stubbornness escalates, threatening to leap over the counter, adding to the absurdity of the situation.
I ain't going nowhere.
Have a nice day.
Have a receipt. See you later. Bring the receipt. Bring the receipt.
Wait,
We don't like you either.
man, keep the game.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
You got a bad attitude.
As the confrontation reaches its peak, Les decides to escort the customer to the refund department. The customer's resistance continues, resulting in Les ultimately dismissing him with a sarcastic farewell, ending the encounter on a humorous note. He asked for $200, but no, it's not going to be a good deal, and they told him to leave. The man in need got a severe shock and held up the poster thinking. Les again said that they can't pay more than $100, and after some time of quietness, they agreed to the deal. Finally, the happy deal was made.
This is the guy?
Right there.
Here they come again.
Les? Hi, how are you? I'm Attorney Kyle DeQueef.
So there's a man, probably an attorney with two ladies along, coming inside towards Les at a pawn shop. Now, Les knew about it before. He asked for Les, and fortunately, he was at the counter. He asked why they had arrived at the store.
He's retained me to represent her in regard to a ring.
Okay.
My client brought in a $10,000 ring here, and she wants to either collect the remaining money owed to her on the ring or get the ring back. She's got a receipt.
Let me
right
explain
here.
to you. This is a counterfeit ticket.
He said that he came here for the ring, which they bought from these ladies for $10,000, but they didn't pay and gave them the receipt. Now, he put up the receipt and showed it to Les and accused him of cheating and stealing from the women and taking their expensive ring. But Les was cool and controlled his anger.
Whoever produced this ticket didn't understand this is the amount of numbers that are here.
Okay.
Number two is state law mandates that we print the law in a 12-point font.
Okay.
This is much smaller.
That is some bull.
It may be bull, But that's the truth.
I don't know how I got mixed up, but
There's the game-changing point. Les, after listening to him, explained that he will reveal the truth now by showing the real receipt that they had. He went and came back with real receipts that they've been giving to the customers. There, he spotted major differences. He notified him of the major changes in the receipt that he brought. The man looked rather weak and stunned in response.
printing wrong or whatever, but this is the ticket he got from here.
He didn't get it from him. He didn't get it from him.
So now we just liars and we just come
I'm not saying that you are.
So you trying to send my son a lie?
I wish I had better news for you, but...
That's bull. That's bull.
The numbers don't match up. The paper stack doesn't match up. This is a fake.
Now you side with them. You're not representing us. If I don't get my ring or my money for them, how you gonna get paid?
The attorney turned to the women, but oh my god, they're still accusing Les of having given them the wrong receipt and asking the attorney to take the money from Les. The man, being down on himself as you can see, argued with them. The man showed the evidence to the ladies and told them that they were having the wrong receipt, but they continued to argue.
The ticket, how about that?
No, I don't believe that the store gave me this ticket.
Nah, well, I don't believe you a real attorney. We ain't got it right. This bull. Somebody better give me my money.
He's my attorney.
You, him, security.
Have a nice day.
Nah, you got me, bitch.
Sorry, young man.
The ladies started harassing both of them and started using personal attacks. They were all arguing amongst themselves. Pretty crazy. The attorney went back as he can't do anything for the ladies.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it. Trying to sell it for maybe like $150.
$50.
Why is it $50? The certificate and everything is in there. And the bag costs actually way more than that.
Well, if you can tell, it's actually stained.
Okay.
All through here.
I'm trying to sell it for $150 or get a loan $75 instead of the $50.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in more than 50.
If you know purses, then you know the.
As our unsuspecting customer strolls into the kitchen at chaos, little does she know what's cooking today. Ashley, patiently bracing herself for another round of absurdity, politely inquires about what the customer's looking to offload. The girl, blissfully unaware of the purse's actual value, confidently suggests a price that's almost a steal.
It costs way more than that.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses. It was torn. It was stained. It's not even the last season's bag. The thing is old.
But you still willing to buy for $50 though, so if it wasn't worth it.
And now the plot thickens. The lady asserts that if Ashley truly understood purses, she'd gladly accept the offered amount. However, Ashley, standing firm in her claim that the purse is torn and not worth more than $50, creates a hilarious clash of valuation difference.
We even say $50.
So they didn't say it wasn't worth it.
Can I talk to somebody else? I don't want to talk to your pepperoni looking ass. Can I get somebody
My pepperoni looking at. Pepperoni ass? I don't even know what that means. She take a look at her own ass?
Can I get somebody else to talk to? It don't even matter. I don't have to talk to you.
And I don't talk to you either, so why don't you go home? Leave
Can
our
I talk
store.
to somebody
Nope.
else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You
I'm the
disrespectful.
manager. I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch.
F you.
And it's time to cue the drama. Ashley throws out the bold figure of $50, and it hits the customer like a curveball she wasn't ready for. Feeling the heat, our lady teeters on the edge of diplomacy and blurts out the unforgettable line. She labels Ashley a pepperoni ass and decides that she'd rather chat with anyone but her. Talk about spicing up negotiations.
3 males walked into a pawn shop. One of the suspects stood at the door as a lookout while the other 2 suspects walked directly over to the display cases.
So, like, these 3 guys roll into the pawn shop, just casually strolling in. The other 2 guys, they head straight to the fancy display cases. It's all got suspicious vibes. And then, bam! One of them whips out a sledgehammer and starts smashing the glass. Things are starting to get pretty wild.
At some point, a customer from the place is seen leaving calmly while the lookout tells her to hurry up.
The suspects appeared to be wearing heavy-duty gloves in order.
At one moment, a person from the shop strolls out all calm, and someone's keeping an eye on her, urging her to speed up. The people thought to be involved seem to have on these tough gloves, maybe so they don't get any cuts.
Not to get cut while removing the glass from the cases. Both suspects placed the jewelry and many other valuables in the bags.
So when they took off the glass from the cases, both of them put the jewelry and lots of other valuable stuff into bags. After that, they hightailed it out of the store in a black Mercury marquee.
Case at? Where the case at? Where is it at?
Where he put them on?
The guy storms into the pawn shop all worked up and starts shouting about a missing case. He's demanding to know where it is, and he appears to be accusing the staff of removing it. The feeling of stress in the air is increasing, and it's obvious that something is wrong.
Not take games, take your wives, my damage to that's the way it came in like the kids. That's the way it came in. You gonna act like I ain't got no sense?
He's accusing us of taking games out of his unit. Look at the ticket. It never said with game.
The atmosphere gets even more intense as the guy accuses the pawn shop of messing with his games. Les, the cool guy at the pawn shop, stands his ground. The customer's getting more agitated, making accusations and even talking about blowing up the place, which is just adding to the chaos.
At that point, man, you can get your arms up off belly and none of your body parts on you, bro.
After all the stress I have, the last thing I need is a customer causing a scene.
Despite the escalating situation, Les stays calm. He tries to talk sense into the upset customer, especially with a big event coming up the next day.
I know how to mother walk. I ain't illiterate because I potted a week and y'all motherfuckers in my middle only put them games in there. And you wasn't even standing there when I potted it. Somebody need to blow this place up.
It's time to go, sir.
You ain't gonna get my window. I'm not. Let go. Can I get my weed? Don't get it for you, don't worry. You're making a threat like that?
The situation becomes alarming when the upset customer makes a threat to blow up the place. Les, rightfully concerned about the safety of everybody, asks the guy to leave. Security becomes a priority, and the customer's demand for his belongings takes a back seat to the potential danger that he's creating. It's a challenging moment for Les, who's just trying to manage the chaos caused by an irate customer.
How's it going, man?
What's going on, man?
Everything good. How about you?
I'm doing good.
Good. What can I do for you?
Let me get at least like 400 for this watch right here.
What can I do for you today?
Can I get like 400 for this watch right here? It's worth $20.
Les, chilling at the pawn shop, notices a guy walking in, watch in hand. Les, being friendly, asks how things are going. The guy, hopeful, wants $400 for his watch. Les, the cool pawn detective, calmly discusses the watch's worth, revealing it's valued at about $82.
Yeah, man, tell me the truth. What'd you really pay?
Telling you the truth, man. Come on, give me four for this watch, man. Come on, man.
We deal in high-end watches. This was worthless. Nothing for us to deal with.
Come on, give me like $450 for this watch.
You're yelling at me.
I got a baby on the way, dog.
Congratulations.
I'm sick of living at the crib, man. My girl on my head.
The negotiation heat rises as the guy insists on $400, but Les suggests $7. The guy, pleading and sharing his life story about a baby on the way, asks for $400 again. Les stands firm, offering him the same price, which leads to a bit of yelling. The guy, feeling frustrated, calls the place bull ass and expresses his discontent.
You want $10?
I want to do with $10.
I have no idea.
Go to Coney Island. Give me $10.
Island is good.
No, Coney Island on $10. Got a baby on the way. They gonna do this to me, dog. What you looking like a crazy fool?
The tension escalates, and the guy feels disrespected, using strong words and even threatening Les. Les, staying cool, suggests maybe he should have been given $400, hinting at a broken lamp that needs payment. The situation gets intense, with the guy considering if he should have taken the deal.
Cash for this watch, man. 400?
No, I'm sorry.
This is a bullshit-ass place, man. This whole ass place, dog.
Excuse me.
You call it what? You call him a bitch?
You?
I'll knock you the out. I don't know who you talking to.
Tell me.
Dog, don't touch me, homie, dog. Touch me, dude.
Then maybe he would have been able to pay me for the lamp that he broke.
Yo, I'm off you, dog.
The guy, still upset, leaves the shop, but not without some fiery words. Les reflects on the encounter, realizing maybe he should have given $400 to avoid the chaos. The drama ends, leaving behind a mix of emotions and a used watch. Life at the pawn shop remains unpredictable and full of surprises.
How you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Real good, thanks. I'm Les.
I'm Randall. How are you?
Randall, oh, you got a hell of a grip. Wow. What the hell is it?
Call it a ring.
Okay. I didn't think it was a bus. How'd you get it?
I just got it.
This guy smelled like a brewery. Okay. How much did you want?
I'd like $500 for it.
Why?
Why? Because I need it.
Yeah, I
got
you.
2 DUIs.
A person walks into the pawn shop, catching Les's attention. Things start getting interesting right away. The person wants $500 for a ring and shows it to Les. Les, being curious, asks where the ring came from and why they want to sell it. The person gets really mad when Les asks questions. The intensity in the air rises as the person angrily explains why they're selling the ring. Les stays calm, making it a surprising and dramatic moment in the pawn shop.
Well, if it was gold, I'd give you more than $500, but it's not real.
I know it's worth $500 and you're gonna give me $500.
Well, actually, this was gold, but it was brass. It had no value. I understand. You have court issues. The problem is,
I need $500 for it.
I'm sure you do.
Man, I
don't know why you need.
As the conversation continues, Les drops a bombshell. He tells the person that if the ring were real gold, he'd offer a whopping $2,500. Feeling a glimmer of hope, the customer suggests, just give me the $2,500 then. Expectantly awaiting a positive response, Les, with a touch of humor, reveals the harsh reality. He explains that the ring is fake, not even worth $500, and he won't pay that much for a counterfeit ring.
You gotta give me something for it.
I can't give it to you. I'm sorry.
Give it to me anyway. Man, you can give me something for it. No, you give me something
just don't
for
beat
it.
on the glass. This guy was drunk.
You give me that ring back. Give me that. It's the. I ain't going nowhere. Man, get away from me. Yeah, I go.
You man?
In the midst of the ring discussion, a security guard quietly enters, taking a position behind the customer. The customer, desperate, pleads with Les to give him something for the ring, but Les, staying true to his detective skills, rejects the plea, emphasizing the ring's fake nature. Les, sensing trouble, comments that the customer seems drunk, adding another unexpected twist to the escalating situation. As the rejection sinks in, the customer, unable to contain his frustration, sits on the floor, declaring that he won't leave. The tension peaks as he becomes increasingly aggressive. The guard steps into action, forcefully dragging the defiant customer out of the store. But despite being escorted out, the customer continues to yell and make a scene.
Oh boy. I see you sweating.
Yeah.
Must be hot outside.
No, I was doing karate outside.
You're doing karate?
And judo. I'm Bruce Lee's sister.
Really?
Yeah.
As the door jingles, a woman strolls into the pawn shop rocking winter clothes in the summer heat. Now she's chatting with Les, teasing him about the sweltering weather. She even claims to be a martial arts pro, throwing around Bruce Lee's name. The banter kicks off with a request for a karate move demonstration.
She said she was Bruce Lee's sister. So